I had ran into a she I guess you could call her a content creator, influencer, whatever you want to call it, because she do have several channels. She have a YouTube channel. She also have a TikTok channel as well, and also an IG. So, but I have ran into this young lady on content because it was circulating around TikTok. All right, it was a certain video that was on circulated around TikTok, and this on video it had everything to do with the infamous cheesecake thing, right? Those of y'all who need to catch up on the cheesecake saga, it's pretty much this. There was a skit that came out almost over a month ago where this couple did a skit and this lady didn't want to go to the cheesecake factory, so it created a whole controversial discussion. Everybody was talking about it, including me. And I did a review on it and everything, right? So over a month later, here come this young lady, and she is talking about the Cheesecake Factory as well too. But her situation is very, very unique, and I'm going to explain to y'all why in a few minutes why her situation is very, very unique. All right, but but give me one moment, y'all. But nevertheless, all all I could do is just put her up here and y'all hear what she got to say. Then we just gonna jump into this all okay. So let's go ahead and hear what she got to say. Y'all may be very familiar with it. If not, trust me, you're gonna be familiar with her. When I show you her other videos, you will be very familiar with her. Okay. Now this young lady, her name is Diamond the Body. Okay. Her name is Diamond the Body. The reason why her name is DiamondTheBody is not because she chose that name as a content creator or influencer. The reason why her name is DiamondTheBody is because her occupation is that she's a stripper. Okay, a stripper. So let's hear what DiamondTheBody have to say about the Cheesecake Factory. All right.
Do not take me to no motherfucking Cheesecake Factory on no first date. First date is supposed to be an experience, okay? I want to experience. I need ambiance, all right? I need dim lighting. I go to Cheesecake Factory with my homegirls for a little light lunch, all right? I go to Cheesecake Factory with my mama. The Cheesecake Factory is where I take my little sister for her birthday. It's childish and it's cheap, okay? That's where I go when I'm trying to save some fucking money when my family is in town and I gotta take everybody out. And I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let's go to Cheesecake Factory. If she works at Walmart, absolutely. Take her to the Cheesecake Factory. If you plan on taking a bad bitch out on a fucking date, you cannot take her to the Cheesecake Factory. And you think you gonna get some pussy after we go to the Cheesecake Factory? Absolutely the fuck not. Do not take her to the Cheesecake Factory. Not on the first date, bro. Not on the first date. Maybe after y'all get to know each other, after y'all start fucking, you can take her to goddamn McDonald's, bitch. It don't matter, because that's your bitch now. You understand? But when you're trying to make her your bitch, you have to impress her. You understand? You got to show her the finer things in life. Hey, look, babe. When you get with me, that's how we gonna eat. And mind you, we don't never gotta eat like that again. But that first date, baby, that's a make or break you, okay? That first date is gonna show her who the fuck you are. And even if you ain't that nigga, bitch, pretend to be.
I swear, y'all. I don't make this shit up for real with about these modern day women, they behavior. Yeah, y'all think I just be exaggerating about this? Y'all think I be just be picking on these modern day women and they behavior, but I really don't. They literally be putting themselves out here like this for real. My traditional ladies who are out there right now, these are y'all ladies who out here. These are y'all sisters who are out here right now. These are the ones that I be this whole channel be talking about all the time. I always like to reiterate and redirect every single time to let people know that it's only a type of women that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about all women, just this particular type of women with this type of behavior. You want to know what's interesting is this. I hear this all the time from women, period, right? Every single time on women, they talk to us as men, and when they be talking about in regards to like Pookies and Ray Rays and dudes who are fuck boys, who don't have purpose right now, they just out in the street doing whatever, wilding out, fighting each other, shooting, whatever the case may be, right? Women always tell us men this is that. Why don't y'all just go and mentor them? Why don't you just go and mentor them? Why don't you just go mentor them? I mean, we could. A matter of fact, we do. But however, the same question is for you, ladies. Do y'all go out and mentor these younger ladies, these modern day women with this type of behavior, like with DiamondTheBody, for example? Do y'all literally take time out and go mentor them and tell them that it's a better way of living in life? Do y'all do that? Do y'all go when you know your sister is in need or in trouble, or they resemble this type of negative toxic behavior? Do you go and check them and tell them about themselves the same exact way how y'all instruct us as men to go and check other men about their behavior? Do y'all do the same exact thing for your sisterhood? I'm gonna be I'm gonna be as transparent as possible. I rarely see women telling other women about their toxic behavior. And I'm just being dead honest with you. I don't I rarely see it. I rarely see it. I do. But however, what I do see is this. I see that y'all bond through the sisterhood, or you have the quote unquote sister code. Regardless the behavior that your sister do, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna protect your sister. Us as men, we see it all the time. Like, say for example, we be in a relationship, right? We be in a relationship. Um, your sister is doing some type of undesired behavior. Like, say for example, your sister got her a work husband, right? She tell you that she has a work husband. And what do? Do you want to go back and tell her that, nah, girl, you got a whole husband at home. You don't need to be doing that. You don't need to be having a work husband. A matter of fact, even the co-workers there who are women, they are going to tell that woman, knowing good and well, that she done proclaimed to y'all that she's married. She even brought her family there for, family day at the job, whatever the case may be, right? Do y'all ever tell her, like, hey, you got a whole husband at home? It ain't no such thing as a work husband. Do y'all ever tell them that? Do you ever hold them accountable for their behavior? Like, y'all want us as men hold I brotherhood accountable for their behavior? To be honest with you, I rarely see it. I rarely see it. I rarely see it. Y'all would rather hold that sisterhood code and allow your sister to have this behavior. In fact, y'all would condone the behavior. In fact, some of y'all would even participate in the behavior. But I'm just ready to break this video down like usual. But some of y'all would even participate in this behavior. Just like she was using her term, talking about that she's a bad bitch and all this stuff there. Some of y'all would want to participate in that behavior, talking about, girl, I'm a bad bitch too. I'm just saying. Some of y'all would literally would do that. High five each other. Well, y'all ain't gonna high five each other. Y'all slap each other on the ass and stuff. And girl, let me see that booty jigger. Girl, you a bitch. I'm a bitch too. But yet, in the same time, y'all require us as men to hold our brotherhood accountable for the toxic behavior that they have, which we do. Which we do. Me personally, me personally, I have held a lot of brothers accountable for their toxic behavior. I have no problem with telling them straight up, like, hey, bro, you fucking up, bro. What you doing ain't cool at all. I have no problem. In fact, I have participated with other men who are like myself, who are professional, who are businessmen, entrepreneurs, and everything. I participated in mentorships with dudes who had toxic behavior and also younger men who are growing up as well too, to help groom them so they won't have that same type of toxic traits as well. I have participated in that, and many other men out there have participated in or doing that. So once again, are y'all doing the same thing? Are y'all having like mentorship programs for your sisterhood? Or are you just accepting her behavior for what it is? Or is it because y'all believe that y'all not your sister's keeper? Meaning that it's not your responsibility to tell your sister when she's messing up. But however, you want us as men to tell our brotherhood they're messing up. We have to be our brother's keeper, right? Right? We finna ready to dive into this, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in once again. Make sure you hit that like button as you coming in, as you watching. Either you watching in the bushes or you participate in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button coming in, or if you're hitting in on the replay, make sure you hit that like button as well too, because we finna dive deep into this side, and we're gonna want to dive deep into DiamondTheBody behavior. We're gonna dive into why do she honestly believe that she's entitled because she's a stripper. We're gonna dive into all that, all right? But first, let me address a comment on South Patch. I see you in the chat. South Patch said this. She said this. She said these young girls already have their mindset on what they will and will not accept. And then she follow up right here, said it's all environmental behavior. All all these things, what she's saying is true. It's true and it's realistic. But however, however, if the women are required, once again, if the women are requiring us as men to mentor our, our younger men and men who also have their mind made up, right? But you require us to mentor them, right? Why it's not the same standard with the women? Especially when you know they're doing things that is toxic, regardless if their mind is made up or not. Why women are lacking in this department or helping each other or being your sister's keeper? Now I know it's one other exception to the rule is that, let's say for example, ladies, y'all have daughters, right? So y'all believe that even with your daughters, right? It is your responsibility to groom and mentor your daughter if you're doing that correctly. Because some of y'all, even as being mothers, is not grooming your daughters to be the way that she needs to be in this society. I'm just be honest. Notice I said some, and I didn't say all. I said some, but not all. Okay. But even then, would it be logical to normally help groom your own child into the way that she needs to be, right? Would it be logical to also help your fellow sister to be groomed into how the way she needs to be as well too, so she could be a productive citizen, to be productive, not only a citizen but to be productive in the environment that she's in? Would it be beneficial to do that, especially if it's men job and responsibility to do that for other men? That's my question. South Park, she also said this. She does one opinion. All young women aren't like that, which that is true. I agree. Now all women are like that, but as you know, Sour Patch, on this channel, we talk about these type of women with this type of behavior all the time. These type of modern day women with this modern day women behavior and with this feminism type of behavior as well too. The thing about it is this is that it's if y'all don't step up and help your fellow sisters and show your fellow sisters the benefits of traditional values, guess what? This type of toxic modern day feminism behavior is going to get worse. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse, and it's going to get worse. The next thing you know, it's going to want to carry down where you have all these toxic relationships. This is going to happen. It's going to get so bad where these type of women is not going to want to be in a relationship. Period. All they want to do is, as they say, date their self. Or some of them will literally divest from being with men, period, and they would date each other. They'll date their same sex for the simple fact that they believe that us as men, or we're the one who's the problem. We're the one who's the issue. When we as men, especially traditional men, we are doing our best to try to mentor as many men as possible. But however, if we're doing our part of mentoring as many men as possible, why the women is not doing their job of mentoring as many women as possible? And then let's say for example, say for example, we mentor the men, right? We mentoring them and we grooming them to be the productive man that he needs to be. But however, he now meeting a woman, right? Meeting a woman, and this woman have this toxic behavior. The dude is good, but meeting a woman who have this toxic behavior, who have this toxic feminism type of behavior. What's going to happen? That dude going to do his very best to try to protect her, provide for her, and be that man that she needs for him to be. But however, she is going to refuse to be the woman that he needs her to be. And guess what's going to happen? The dude's going to get burned out. The relationship's going to get toxic. She going to have this entitlement mentality that he's supposed to do all these things for her without her doing anything in return. The dude going to end up getting hurt. And guess what? All that mentoring that we did for this dude to help him out, now he got hurt. Now he's in a space where he's hurt and he don't want to date no more, or he gonna treat other women the same exact way from his experience from that woman that could have been mentored by you as women. It could have been prevented if you as women have mentored this woman, but you didn't. And so therefore this dude is messed up, and this dude and divested from everything that he done learned, and now he done became a villain in the making, pretty much. Became a villain in the making. So that's what I'm saying. So I'll pass say this, and we're gonna get it to the video. She said, as a father, where would you like to see a man take your daughter on a first date? As a father, first of all, it is none of my business where that dude would take my daughter out on the first date. That is between her and her date. First of all. Second of all, all that matter is that long as he's taking her to a place where she's comfortable with going, it don't have to be no 5-star restaurant or like that, unless that's what he want to do. If he want to flex his money and take her to a 5-star restaurant, by all means do it. That's him. But as long as she's in a space where she's comfortable and she feel protected and she feels secure, it don't matter. It does not matter at all. It don't matter. Because the whole purpose of the date is for them to be getting to know each other, not displaying what you can do for each other. And that's where we make the mistake at too with dating, is that instead of getting to know each other, we want to display what we can do for each other. That's what we do. We display what we can do for each other. We like to flex our money if we got money. We like to flex our talent if we got talent and stuff, instead of just stopping and just enjoying each other's company and getting to know that person. When you get to know that person, it don't matter where you go. to get to know the person, as long as they're in a comfortable environment. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Um, South she said this she's showing him from the top what she expecting him. He has an opportunity to move on. Gotcha. But let's go ahead and hear this video. I'm just break this video down, and we got a lot more content we're gonna cover with DiamondTheBody. All right, because she have a lot to say. Okay, so let's listen to this again. Let's see what she's gonna say. I'm gonna break this whole thing down, and let's go.
Do not take me to no motherfucking Cheesecake Factory on no first date. First date is supposed to be an experience, okay? I want to experience. I need ambiance, all right? I need dim lighting. I go to Cheesecake Factory with my homegirls.
Now, first of all, she said that don't take her to the Cheesecake Factory. Okay, what's the reason why you don't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory? She said that she wants the first day to be a experience. Which that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. A matter of fact, the experience part was going along with what I was talking about a few moments ago about getting to know each other, because that's where the experience happens, is when you get to know each other, when you create moments with each other. Going out to if you're going to the Cheesecake Factory or to a expensive restaurant, it is dependent on both of y'all as individual mentality and mindset behind it. Okay. Now, if y'all have the mentality and mindset that you're going there because you want to enjoy each other's company, you really want to get to know each other and everything, then there's nothing wrong with that at all. But however, the problem is that these type of modern day women, they have a entitlement mentality, meaning that they're not going there to try to get to know the dude. They're going there to get a physical type of experience for them, so they could flex and say, "Hey, this nigga then took me to a 5-star restaurant," and flex it, and flex it on their social media, flex it with their friends. That's what they're talking about in that situation. Heck no. No. Mm-mm. But also listen to what else she said about the Cheesecake Factory. And this is when she talking about this, this is gonna be the number one argument what every man talk about for real. But let's continue.
Dim lighting. I go to Cheesecake Factory with my homegirls for a little light lunch, all right? I go to Cheesecake Factory with my mama. The Cheesecake Factory is where I take my little sister for her birthday. It's childish and it's cheap, okay? That's where I go when I'm trying to save some fucking money when my family is in town and I gotta take everybody out and I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let's go to Cheesecake Factory. If she works at Walmart.
Now, you hear all that she said. She said the only reason she'll go to the Cheesecake Factory if she's going there with her family, if she's going there with friends, and then last but not least, if she's going there to literally be cheap. Okay. Now, the reason why I said that this is one of the biggest arguments that men make about paying for dates is this reason. See, it's not the fact that men can't afford the dates. It's not that reason at all. The reason is the entitlement mentality behind the woman. That's the reason. Let me explain it to you this way. These type of women will make a man feel like that they're using that man, or they're trying to get a free meal out of that man. Whenever a man feel that way, feel like that they being used, especially when they being genuine with them, right? Guess what? It's gonna make him feel some type of way. This dude had literally put blood, sweat, and tears in making that money. He done made that hard-earned money. He done work. Some dudes work 40 hours a week. Some dudes work 60 hours a week, or whatever the case may be, depending on his occupation. He worked it hard for that money, just so he could invite a woman out, just so that woman could take advantage of him for a free meal. So yeah, that dude would feel some type of way about that. I remember when I was out in the dating market and women used to do that to me. Me being just a genuine dude, and all I want to do is just get to know the woman. And they'll literally sit up here, get a straight free meal out of me. The next thing you know, right after they get a free meal out of me, some will at least give, right after that, some will at least give me the courtesy of saying, well, I feel that we're not compatible, but I appreciate the time. But I already invested my money spending on them. Or others would do this. They won't say nothing at all. They'll just ghost you with no reason, no explanation, nothing like that. And so men will feel some type of way about that. A matter of fact, let me put this into a different perspective too. Imagine if this is the other way around, right? Imagine if you as a woman, you decided like, you know what? I'm going to want to flip the script and I'm going to invite this man out for dinner. You invite this man out for dinner. This dude say that he wants to go to Foco de Chao, Brazilian restaurant. You know good and damn well when you go to Foco de Chao, Brazilian restaurant, you're the minimum, the bare minimum that you're gonna spend there is about $250 right off the bat, right off the rip. And that's not including drinks or nothing like that. That's just to eat there, the experience. You're gonna spend a minimum of $250 there. But the dude said, I want to go to Foco de Chao. You said, can we just go to somewhere simple like the Cheesecake Factory? And at the point that I can't afford it, is that I don't want to be spending all that money. Well, nah, you don't care about me. Imagine he say that to you. Or you go ahead and agree to that, right? You spend that $250, right? Then on top of that, when you go to Foco de Chao, I know the type of woman that you are, right? More than likely, you're gonna pay for valet services. You're gonna pay for valet services, even though valet services is complimentary. You're gonna at least tip your valet probably like about $10 to $15, right? Then when you want enter into the restaurant, right, and you pay for the meal, you're more likely going to get the meal includes the buffet, but you're going to get drinks and all the stuff there, and probably get dessert as well too. Guess what? By then, it's going to total up to be almost like $300 something that you just spent. And guess what? You leave the restaurant. The dude say thank you. You leave the restaurant. You hit the dude up, and that dude say, "Hey, I appreciate the time spent, but however, I don't think we're compatible." How would you feel? I guarantee that y'all feel some type of way for real. I guarantee that you feel like that you've been taken advantage of and been used and bruised for real. I guarantee that. I guarantee that you'll feel some type of way. Now imagine that was that one experience, but imagine if that be multiple experience over and over again. It may not be Foco de Chao this time. It may be a 4-star restaurant, maybe 3-star restaurant. What's Outback? Outback is a 3-star restaurant. Maybe a 3-star restaurant, Outback Steakhouse. Do tell you pull up, same as that situation. Then only this time, the dude didn't even thank you. He just straight ghost you. You're gonna feel some type of way. And the reason why I'm bringing this up and I'm telling y'all about this is because that's what a lot of men been experiencing with these type of modern day women. Now, I know some of y'all sit up here say, we're gonna get back to her. I know some of y'all will sit up here say, Urban, you the one who chose her. You chose her. You chose her. Yeah. And we can say the same thing in my own scenario. Well, girl, you chose them. You chose them. Right? Right? So y'all understand the reasoning behind this. Y'all understand why men be feeling this way about these dates. Okay, preferably the cheesecake and all the stuff. That it ain't that we can't afford it because we can. It is the point we don't want to waste our investment or get a curve or whatever at the end. That's where it boils down to. That's where it boils down to. But let's continue. I see South Pat chat, but let's hear what else she got to say.
If she works at Walmart, absolutely. Take her to the Cheesecake Factory.
Listen to this. Listen to this. She said, however, if the woman works at Walmart, that woman deserves to go to the Cheesecake Factory. So in other words, my ladies, my traditional sisters, this modern day woman is pretty much saying that she's better than y'all due to her occupation of being a stripper. She feels that she's a high value woman and she's better than y'all. So since she does this type of career path, she feel like that she deserves the finer thing in life. But however, with y'all, right? Mm-mm. Y'all don't deserve the finer things because y'all not on her level. So yeah, y'all deserve the Cheesecake Factory or anything other than that. Hell, she said McDonald's. She said McDonald's. You can go to McDonald's. This is your sister. This is your sister. Now you see why earlier when I started off with my initial argument, right? I started off by talking about mentorship, right? This is your sister. Like I say, she's saying she's better than y'all. She don't deserve the Cheesecake Factory. She's not going to go to the Cheesecake Factory, but however, y'all deserve the Cheesecake Factory, not her. But let's continue.
If you plan on taking a bad bitch out on a fucking date, you cannot take her to the Cheesecake Factory. And you think you're gonna get some pussy after we go to the Cheesecake Factory? Absolutely the fuck not.
And here's another thing too that I want to let y'all know. Notice she keep using the term about being a bad bitch and all the stuff there, right? Once again, I hate to burst her bubble, but this girl is not a bad bitch at all. Trust me, she's not. The girl is just like Nina. When I did a review on Nina, the girl is average as best too. The only difference between her and Nina is that Nina is kind of stirring away from the OnlyFans, but Nina used to be a stripper and all this stuff too, OnlyFans and all that stuff, but she kind of stirring away from it and just doing IG modeling now. You know what I'm saying? But the only commonality that her and Nina have is that they have body. That's it. So she believes since she have body, she have a figure that she's entitled to this finer dining, that she's entitled to the finer things in life. And the crazy part about it is that she believed that higher earning men are the one who's supposed to be giving her these things or taking these things. Yeah, I think she think average men should do the same as that thing too. How the way she talking, shoot. But let's go into the comments real quick. I see you, Sal Patch. She where we at? Where we at? She said this. That's just like a man trying to get with a woman with broke down shoes on. It's not going to happen. Then follow up and say, I understand this woman. She put a lot of work into herself. Her and makeup and clothes cost money. Why get dressed up for fine dining and get taken to McDonald's? First of all, here's my rebuttal on that. Every woman want a man to do what? Every woman want a man to do what? Every woman want a man to plan the date. Right? So if I'm planning the date and I'm telling you where we're going, we are going to the Cheesecake Factory. You don't have to get dressed up for the Cheesecake Factory. You don't have to put on no additional lashes and extensions and nothing like that to go to the damn Cheesecake Factory. Or hell, even to McDonald's. Hell, you could pull up looking normal, average at best. Just look normal. So we could get a number 5 supersize. You know what I mean? You don't have to do that. Then also the second part about it, since we're talking about cosmetics, is let me ask this question. Is a woman cosmetic, is it our responsibility for her to do her cosmetics? Is it our responsibility for her to do that, or is it not her responsibility and her choice? Because us men, we don't have nothing to do with your cosmetics. We don't care. Remember, every woman, period, especially modern day women, say these words. What do they say? They say, my body, my choice, right? So us men don't have nothing to do with what you do with your body. Nothing. Same thing with us. We ain't sitting up here telling women, right? We ain't sitting up here telling women that, well, shoot, I got to get myself together. I got to go get my hair cut. I got to get my line up. You know what I'm saying? I got to go buy me some clothes. I got to do this. You do not hear men saying things like that. Men do not say that. But modern day women say stuff like that to try to put into that argument. Well, I have to put in all this time and effort and money into myself, right? And so since I'm investing to myself, you should invest to me. No, that ain't how that works, sweetheart. Mm-mm. That is not how that works. Even in business, just because you put in money to invest the business, that doesn't mean that all of a sudden you're going to get a shareholder that's going to invest into the business immediately. That ain't how that works. That shareholder is going to go back and try to evaluate you and see if you are a great fit for them to be a shareholder or their business. They're not going to just immediately do it, give you money. No, no, they're not going to do that. Same thing in this situation. No man, well, true traditional man, is not going to sit up here, be a shareholder for this woman just because she's investing into herself. Then also that goes into what I'm talking about, the entitlement part behind it. Just because you do that, they don't have nothing to do with me or any type of man. That's you. You're choosing to do that, not me. Nor I didn't tell you to do that. You're choosing to do that because you feel like that when you do stuff like that, that is going to put you into a more desirable outcome. That's why you're doing it. Now, the type of outcome that you think is desirable is not a good fit. And we've been telling women this, like, hey, it ain't what it is. That is not a good fit. It was it. But guess what? They tell us. They say, my body, my choice. My body, my choice. I can do whatever the hell I want to do. So if I'm gonna put extensions in my hair, I'm gonna put lashes in my hair, I'm gonna just go super dressed up, knowing good and well we just going to the Cheesecake Factory. That is on you. That's on you. That don't have nothing to do with me. If you choose to do that, that's on you. I'm just saying. Then she said that she's looking at Walmart worker doesn't make enough money for her. She's looking at a Walmart worker doesn't make enough money for her. No, she's talking about women. She's saying women. She's talking about women. She specifically said that, hey, if you're talking to a woman who works at Walmart, then yeah, take her to the Cheesecake Factory. And the reason why she said that is because that woman who work at Walmart doesn't make the same salary as she do. So therefore, she don't consider a woman working at Walmart as a bad bitch, nor she don't consider that woman to be on her level. That's what she's saying. That's exactly what she's saying. Then if he tell her he's going to take her to the Cheesecake Factory in the beginning, she will have to decline the date up front. Yeah. If she do, she do. But however, how probable is for a woman to deny going to get something to eat? regardless of the fact that they don't want to go, and I'm going to prove this. Well, when I show this other video, regardless of the fact that they don't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory, guess what? They'll go anyway because in their mind, guess what? They're not there to get to know that dude. They're not there for the quote unquote, as she said, the spirits or the ambiance or whatever. She's there just to try to finesse that dude to get a free meal out of him. So she'll agree to it. She'll get a free meal out of him. Sure will. Sure will. Then that's what I need. South Pat said this: if a man can't match your lifestyle, he's not the man for her. She's not. She's not wasting her time. Now, once again, wherever her lifestyle is, that don't have nothing to do with me whatsoever, or any type of man that she's trying to go after. Don't have nothing to do with them. None whatsoever. See, to be honest, it's women like that. It's women like that that be trying to chase after a lifestyle. To be honest, to be real transparent, men, we don't go try to chase after a lifestyle. Men, we don't necessarily try to go and chase after a social status. In our mind as men, guess what we do? In our mind as men, all we are doing is surviving. That's all we care about is surviving, is living. Now, if we were to just so happen to achieve a certain lifestyle or a certain social status, it's fine. We're cool with that. In the same token, let's say that this man achieve a higher social status, right? Then all of a sudden something were to happen to him where he hit rock bottom. Guess what that man is going to do? Guess what that man going to do? He's going to be content at the status where he at, no matter where he's at. This is why, even right now, like if you want to look into your city, wherever city that you at, y'all who are tuning in right now, when you look at city where you at, you see a lot of homeless people out there. But guess what? You see more homeless men than homeless women out there. Why? Because at the end of the day, that dude who is homeless would be content with being homeless as long as he is surviving out there. That's all that matters to him. Long as he's surviving and living to the best of his ability, he is content with that. But however, it is women who chase after lifestyles. Let's be real. Let's talk about it today. It is women who chase after the lifestyle. Guess what? It is women who chase after the lifestyle that they want to live in a house, knowing good and well that they'll get into a house where it's well beyond their means, and they'll still get into that house anyway, knowing good and well you want afford that house, and you be in debt to that house. Women do that, not men. Men will be happy living in the damn shack and be content with that. But women want the finer thing. Women want the big old house with the white picket fence with a dog and a cat and whatever it is that's there. Women do that, not men. Women the one who want to chase after getting luxury cars and vehicles, stuff like that. Man, we don't care about that. We don't. But the only exception to that is that when we're younger and we have the money to do it, we probably get a car as for a collector's item or whatever. But at the end of the day, we don't care. The same way how we get that car, we'll give that car away because we don't care about stuff like that. Long as we're living, that's all that matters to us. It's all that matters. But women chase after that. Women chase after lifestyles, not us. Then when men finally get into a relationship with a woman, guess what? We don't want to be happy to adapt to who lifestyle, not our lifestyle. We don't want who have to adapt to the woman's lifestyle. Because when they come in, they don't want to be having the requirements and stuff saying that men need to do this, men need to do that, whatever, stuff like that based on her. Hence what DiamondTheBody is talking about. But you don't hear a man trying to adapt to a woman's lifestyle. You never hear that. Because we don't. Because we don't. Because we don't care. I'm just saying. But let's continue. Constant salute, salute, salute. And everybody else on salute and welcome. Welcome to the stream. But let's continue.
Do not take her to the Cheesecake Factory. Not on the first date, bro. Not on the first date. Maybe after y'all get to know each other, after y'all start fucking, you can take her to goddamn McDonald's, bitch. It don't matter, because that's...
So she said this. She said this. She don't want to go to the cheesecake only on the first date now. So why is that important? Why is it important for her to go to this lecherous place on the first date? Then right after that, she said, after that, it don't matter. We could go anywhere. But why is that important? Why is that important? The reason why that's important is because for the simple fact, women like her, these modern day type women like her, they in it for one purpose and one purpose only, is to finesse that dude and get a free meal out that dude and get a free experience. Hell, I even say this. This woman here, she's a stripper, right? So she make a lot of money. If it's so important for her to go to these 5-star restaurants, why don't she just do it on her own? Why don't she just go to the 5-star restaurants by herself instead of requiring a man to take her there and pay for the meal? Why? The reason why is because at the end of the day, it's something that she really don't want to do. She really don't want to spend her money on doing that. That's what it boils down to.
Your bitch now. You understand? But when you're trying to make her your bitch, you have to impress her. You understand? You got to show her the finer things in life. Hey, look, babe, when you get with me, that's how we gonna eat. And my...
No, that's also not true at all, period. No, don't fall for that lie. Talking about you got to show her the finer things. Like, no. Because when you do things like that, not only you lying to that woman, but also you creating what is known as unrealistic expectations. Because just like I say, things could happen in life where it's no longer this certain lifestyle that you're living is no longer like that. Anything can happen. The economy could crash. People could lose a job. Matter of fact, we all dealt with the pandemic and stuff. A lot of us lost our jobs during the pandemic. A lot of us. But guess what? What she talking about don't even matter. The finer things in life is not what she talking about. The finer things in life is you being with a person, with a partner who's going to love and respect you for who you are, who's going to love and respect you and love being in your presence regardless of the lifestyle circumstances. Now, that's, to me, that's true love versus all these entitlement requirements that she's talking about. But go ahead.
We don't never gotta eat like that again. But that first date, baby, that's a make or break you, okay? That first date is gonna show her who the fuck you are. And even if you ain't that nigga, bitch, pretend to be.
Then she said, if you're not even that dude, then pretend to be that dude. Once again, this is your sister, y'all. This is your sister talking. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, right? Let's say in a real life scenario that a dude heard her requirements, right? A dude heard her requirements and say, you know what? Okay, fine. I'm not going to take you to the Cheesecake Factory. I'm going to take you to a 5-star restaurant. Okay. So let's see exactly how would she actually conduct herself at an actual 5-star restaurant. Let's see. And I tell you, I can't make this shit up at all, y'all. Let's see how she conduct herself at an actual 5-star restaurant. Let's go. Not that one. Let's go. This is her right here. Now, this is the video y'all probably seen circulating around, but this is her. Okay. This right here, her talking, this is her. She is at a 5-star restaurant with this simp dude. Okay. And guess what she did at this 5-star restaurant? But she want this one man to take her to a 5-star restaurant. Guess what she did? Let's find out.
Pav. She said she doesn't eat at Cheesecake Factory, so I took her to a 5-star restaurant, and she did this emoji exploding head.
This y'all sister. This the one who said that she deserved to go to a 5-star restaurant. This is one who said she deserved to go to a 5-star restaurant. You better take her to a 5-star restaurant. This the one who said that I get myself together, I look good, and I look fly, whatever, touch my hood, whatever the hell she talking about. And she said she deserved to go to a 5-star restaurant. Look.
What?
Brought a goddamn water bottle to a 5-star restaurant. What the hell?
Sorry, I was a little hungry.
I was so embarrassed and disgusted emoji face vomiting.
You gonna finish that? Alright.
And this is y'all sister. This is the one who said she deserved to go to a 5-star restaurant. She said she deserved to go to a 5-star restaurant. Eating like that. Brought a bottle to the table. They got glasses of water there. They serve you complimentary water there. Why the hell did you bring a bottle to the table? Sitting up here sitting like she's a dude. With her stomach sticking all out. With a toothpick in her mouth. And then had the audacity to sit up here and eat off this dude plate.
You gonna finish that?
And on top of that, she did it with her hands at a 5-star restaurant. At a 5-star restaurant. Remember when I was talking about this, y'all? I had mentioned this about when I was doing that live about Nina, and I mentioned about these type of modern day women. They slip her and slip her would try to embarrass the hell out of you. This is what I'm talking about. Exhibit A. They say that they entitled to go to a 5-star restaurant, but when you go to the place, they don't know how to conduct themselves at being in this restaurant. They don't know how to conduct themselves in a restaurant. Then on top of that, she's so entitled. So entitled. She didn't say excuse me when she burped. She didn't do none of that. She didn't at least pick up a fork to eat. Then let's not mention how the way she was dressing too. We're at a 5-star restaurant. A lot of 5-star restaurants have certain dress codes, depending on the level of the 5-star restaurant. This girl here one dressed up like she just got out the club. She just got out the club. She just left ladies' night with her homegirls and just decided to link up with this dude. And you mean to tell me that we should take this girl to a 5-star restaurant? Any type of these women with this behavior, that we should take them to a 5-star restaurant? So you mean to tell me that we should invest our hard-earned money on this woman, spending $300 to $400? She got her a lobster meal and everything. Spending $300 $400 or probably more on this woman, and she had this type of behavior. Y'all at y'all goddamn for real. Y'all are out of there. No. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And we're gonna get on this sim dude too for even taking her to this restaurant. Because I'm pretty sure that this sim dude who took her to this restaurant got the clip notes on her, knowing good and well that she's a stripper. I'm pretty sure he got the clip notes on her. But yet and still, this dude was so much of a simp. They gonna sit up here and take this girl to a 5-star restaurant, and this girl literally embarrassing the hell out this dude. But at the end of the day, hell, he don't care. Because at the end of the day, he dropping money. So meaning that since he's dropping money, she's gonna drop them pennies, right? Right? And that's what she also mentioned in the first video, right? She mentioned in the first video that, hey, if you want to get some poo nanny from me or whatever stuff, right? You gotta take me to a 5-star restaurant. So technically speaking, not only she's a stripper, but she proclaimed herself to be a sex worker. Because that's what sex workers do. Am I lying? Sex workers are the one who say, hey, you could get my body as long as you pay for it, right? And what's the difference? What's the difference between this dude that's pulling up, taking her to a hotel versus him spending money at a restaurant, the same type of money at a restaurant, then go to the hotel or whatever? What's the difference? There ain't no difference whatsoever. Ain't no difference whatsoever. But that's what she said. Say, as long as you take me to a 5-star restaurant, shoot, yeah, you can get this. So yeah, the dude on this video also, he a simp, for real. But this is y'all sister. But we ain't done yet. We ain't done yet. So after this video, she decided to do a little mini podcast, right? She decided to do a mini podcast at the strip club. Kid you not, I can't make this shit up. She decided to do a mini podcast at the strip club that she was at, right? Doing a survey asking other strippers, would you go to the Cheesecake Factory? And guess what her fellow co-worker said? Let's find out.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, DiamondTheBody, aka DTB.
Period.
And I'm asking dancers, okay? Because they've been on the internet tearing me down about the Cheesecake Factory. So I want to know, would you accept Cheesecake Factory for a first date?
Hell the fuck no. I would not accept Cheesecake Factory as a first date.
Why not?
Do I look like a Cheesecake Factory type of bitch? Okay.
She said, do she look like a Cheesecake Factory type of bitch? Go
$1,000 every night. Why the fuck would you take me to a $50 ass restaurant? That's crazy.
Cheap. It's cheap. It's cheap.
Go be cheap with a cheap bitch. The fuck? Go be cheap with a cheap
And that's
bitch.
what I'm trying to say. Like,
know your level. Know your levels. You want a Cheesecake Factory type of bitch, you go to Circle K. You go to Walmart. You don't come find a stripper and take her to fucking Cheesecake Factory, baby.
thank you. They be trying to lay me out in the comments. They like, oh, bitch, you a stripper, you a...
Look at this. Do this look like a Cheesecake Factory type ass? Come on now.
The only cheesecake I acknowledge is a cheesecake that I order from DoorDash to my motherfucking house, okay?
So these strippers are so entitled, right? They're so entitled that they honestly believe that they deserve to go to a 5-star or higher restaurant. And just like I established earlier, the normal women who are watching this right now, they say that y'all deserve to go there, but not them. The reason why they deserve to go there because they're strippers. Because they are strippers. They make more money than you. And you might as well say, like I made this point, some of y'all disagree with, but made this point that they technically are low-key sex workers. Because that's technically what they're doing. They pretty much are saying that they're selling their bodies to go to the fine dining, and that's what they're talking about. Let's continue.
Period. Okay, if I want a little snack, if I want some cool shit, I'll go get Cheesecake Factory for myself. But you gonna take me out and take me to Cheesecake Factory
On the first date.
on a first date?
It's like...
And then the crazy part about this is that they keep mentioning about a date, a date, a date, a date, a date. As we established in this other video, right? That technically wasn't a date. It was a simp dude who was trying to get one thing and one thing only out of that woman, which is he was just trying to smash. So y'all not getting a date. Let's make that quite clear. You're not getting a date. You're not getting an actual man who actually wants to date you to know who you are and establish a relationship with you. No, no, ma'am. All you're getting is these simp dudes who want one thing and one thing only for you. Is that's a smash. So it's not a date. So don't say it's a date because it's not.
I can see we already kind of locked in. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
That's cool. I like cheesecake. I'm not knocking cheesecake.
That's what I'm not knocking cheesecake. Not the first date.
Come on now, you gotta at least pretend like you got a little motion. Even if you don't really got, you gotta at least pretend.
Pretend like you got some emotion. Don't tell me that she's getting back there the first date. Thank you, baby. What's her name?
Badass Tiny.
Ooh, let me see. Turn around. Yeah.
She said her name Fat Ass Tiny. She do nothing. Keep on.
Yeah. Okay, period. Listen, do not take Fat Ass Tiny
To Cheesecake Factory, because
you,
I'm gonna
boo.
be pissed off and I'm gonna talk about you on social media. Okay, I am. I'm gonna talk about your ass.
All right.
Period.
Would you let a man take you to the Cheesecake Factory on a first date?
Fuck no.
Really?
Hell no, that shit is cheap.
Ah,
Fuck no. Take me somewhere nice, expensive, somewhere, you know.
That's what
This
I'm
shit
trying to
entitlement
say.
for
Like,
me.
the people are mad at me because I don't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory on a first. Get on a. So if a guy, right, was trying to impress you, obviously he don't know you. He met you. Let's say we met at the gas station, and he's like, "Oh, you know, I want to get your number, blah blah blah, whatever." And y'all pulled up to the cheesecake. What would your reaction be?
Honestly, I would rather go home. I'd rather go home. Or take me to like Ludacris, Del Frisco, Mastro, somewhere else.
But however, she'll want to go home. She said she will want to go home, but she didn't say that she would demand for that dude to take her home. Because you know why? It's because she's going to settle going to a Cheesecake Factory and get a free meal and listen to what she's going to say.
That's like some family.
Those are some good restaurants. Del Frisco, I like Del Frisco.
I love Del Frisco.
Yeah, Del Frisco is a good restaurant, by the way. We got one in Texas. It's fire. Del Frisco's fire. Well, I take it down stripper to Del Frisco. Hell no. No. No, ma'am. Nope.
Fris. What did you say?
Mastros.
Maestros. That's the restaurant. But that's what I'm saying. When it comes to bad bitches, you understand? You cannot take a bad bitch to the Cheesecake Factory. Not on the first date.
Period.
Maybe on the second date.
Maybe. We're cool. We're friends, you know.
So what is this thing about the second date? What's this thing about them like, okay, first date, you got to spend $500 or more on me. But second date, we could go for a 4 for 4. Like what kind of twisted sense do this make? I know what sense this make. Like I say, goes back to my main argument is that they just trying to finesse these dudes out of money. It is what it is.
Cool.
The vibe is good.
Yeah.
But first date, we're not doing it. What's your name? Tell the people what's your name.
Karina, Baby Exotics.
Okay, make sure y'all follow her. We're not going to Cheesecake on the first date.
Nope, not at all.
And I'm here with
DJ Black.
Oh Lord, we got a dude here. Hopefully this dude would do right and make us look good. We gonna see. All right, we gonna see if this dude gonna, but we gonna see if this dude gonna stay the course or he gonna simp out. Let's see. Let's go.
Okay, DJ Black, I have a question. Would you?
And this dude is a DJ as well too.
DJ Urban in the mix.
Dude, the DJ too.
Take me on a first date to the Cheesecake Factory. Before you answer that question, let me give you a 360. Would you take me?
Man, oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. All right, bro, go.
Me on a first date to the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, we can go.
Yeah. So like if you
He said, "Yo, we could go." He said, "Hell yeah, we go to Cheesecake Factory." The hell? He said, "Let's go right now."
that would be like you would be okay with taking me to the Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah, cuz, I mean, shit, I'm not finna spend $500 on the first date. Like, Cheesecake Factory, okay. I can take you there, you can get some dessert. They got real good cheese.
Okay, hold on. Wait. So you think that I look at me? You think I look like I will go to the Cheesecake Factory?
Once again, look at what she's doing. She is selling her body as a talking point to determine that she deserved more than the Cheesecake Factory. Now, once again, I done told y'all this. I done told y'all that in reality, this woman is really, her looks is really as average as best, like all the rest of them. For some strange reason, they believe that if they part of OnlyFans, if they're a stripper, if they're IG or whatever, and they be having these modifications to their body, whatever, they for some real reason they just think they just a non or higher when they not. They're not. But that's what she's doing. She's not selling her body. She's not selling her mind. She's not selling, that she's an intelligent person. She's not doing none of that. She is only selling her body as a talking point.
On the first date? Yeah.
Yeah, if you're hungry enough.
No, the Cheesecake Factory is cheap. If that's the case, you might as well go to the fucking McDonald's.
If you're hungry enough, you're gonna get a basket of fries.
Okay, but it's a date. You're trying to impress me.
The dude, oh my, look, once again, DiamondTheBody and all her stripper friends need to understand that these dudes is not trying to date them. Stop calling it a date. They are trying to smash. So, of course, she gonna run around like this other date that I just showed y'all a few minutes ago. Just like this date right here that she was on, right? Allegedly, right? Allegedly. That she was on. This simp dude only took her to this place for one purpose only, and that's to smash. Whenever a dude wanna just have sex with you, yeah, they'll ante up the money. They'll pay for the sex. But real men like myself and other men out there, we will not talk to no stripper. We will not talk to a stripper, sex worker, none of that. None of them. We will not talk to them, period. But let's continue.
You like me? You like, damn, I'm trying to get this bitch. Like, come on, the Cheesecake Factory?
All right, fuck it, we can go to Fridays.
He said, forget it. He's like, well, if you don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory, we can darn well go to Fridays. Hey, on the cool though, Fridays menu be on fire. Though. I don't know why she hated it. And they cocktails be good as hell too. She tripping. Friday be on point. A matter of fact, I said this before and I'm saying it again. The Cheesecake Factory to me is trash, to be honest with you. I personally wouldn't take anybody to Cheesecake Factory, to be real, unless they just really want to go. They really want to go to Cheesecake Factory, they will go. But me suggesting the Cheesecake Factory, hell no, because the Cheesecake Factory is trash to me. I hate the Cheesecake Factory, but we'll pull up at Fridays. Fridays got some good cocktails, and they got a pretty decent menu as well too on the cool though. I'll settle for Fridays then on the Cheesecake Factory. Hell, I will settle for Applebee's. Applebee's did the Cheesecake Factory. You know what? I would even settle to go to freaking Golden Corral in the Cheesecake Factory. I'm just being real about it. But let's continue.
Not Friday. Oh, you know what?
$2 for $25.
Fridays? Yeah. That's shit. No, you know what? No. Fridays? That's worse than a Cheesecake Factory.
$2 for $25, we gotta look, I'm trying to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to understand you.
And I'm trying to get to know you. I'm trying to get to know.
See, Now he's saying, look, I'm trying to get to know you. I'm not trying to spend money on you. But however, if he was like one of them simp dudes, right? Then them simp dudes is not trying to get to know her. All they want to do is smash. So you don't have to get to know them. You don't have to get to know their personality or whatever. All we need to do is get to know what you're going to do after this. This is all that matters to them.
What your pockets look like?
Why I gotta show you my pockets right in the beginning? You ain't showing me your pockets.
I'm showing you my pussy.
Oh, well, shit, we going to Cheesecake. Steak 48.
This dude is simped out. He was doing good. He was doing good until she said that. This dude is sold out for some poo nanny, bro. That's just like a fuck boy.
Okay. With Scrappy J. Okay.
All right, we got Scrappy now. Let's see what Scrappy gonna say.
This is the question of the day because it's been going viral. Everybody's on Instagram talking shit. Would you take me on a first date to Cheesecake Factory? Before you answer that question, let me give you.
Now she trying to get a disclaimer. Okay. Before you answer that question, let me show what you working with. Once again, she's selling herself. All right.
360.
All right.
Would you take me on a first date to a Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Why not?
Why?
Why wouldn't I?
Why would you?
Because I'm trying to get to know you.
Okay, but if you're trying to get to know me, you don't think that it would be better to try to like impress me?
No, if we just it depends on the setting. Did I just meet you, or have we been communicating?
No, we just met. Okay.
Why are we going on a date and we just met?
He said, hell no. I am not fit to spend no money on a person I just met. And that's the point that I'm making, is that no dude is not going to do that, period. But however, it is women out there, is modern day women out there with this mindset in this behavior that honestly believe that they're entitled to this. Logically speaking, it doesn't even make any sense. The only exception to this, once again, is that if that dude is only trying to smash her, if he's not trying to get to know her, he's strictly trying to smash her, then he's going to spend money on her because he know the end game is that he's trying to get what he wants. So he's going to give her what she wants. But they talking about a date, an actual date, and he's trying to get to know them. Nope, we're not spending no money on you for what? No. Just so you could ghost us later?
Because that's what you do to get to meet people.
Nah. I gotta talk to you. I don't know if you're a serial killer. I don't know what you got going on. I don't know if you got stalkers.
Okay, let's say
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, we met.
Right.
We got each other's number.
Right.
We've been talking on the phone. We've been vibing, we chilling, and we playing like, okay, you like, I want to take you out, and I'm like, okay, cool. Would you think that a Cheesecake Factory is a decent date to take me?
Honestly, my first go-to, that wouldn't be it. But if that's all I could afford at the time, to still take you out, to be in your presence, I feel like that would be a good option for me.
See, that's a good answer too. He said, honestly, that would not be my go-to. I agree with him because the Cheesecake Factory is trash as hell. I hate the Cheesecake Factory. So I agree with him on that. But he said, however, look, if this is within my budget range, that the best I can do is the Cheesecake Factory, that's where we're going to pull up at. We're pulling up at Cheesecake Factory. But me personally, if my budget could get to the Cheesecake Factory, I know exactly my budget could go at other restaurants besides the Cheesecake Factory. What else we got? Chili's. We could go to Chili's. Chili's is under the range of the Cheesecake Factory, and Chili's is better. Chili's baby back ribs is fire, especially if you want to get them ribs dry rub and stuff. Man, them ribs was excellent. Them some great ribs at Chili's. Chili's got that 2 for $25 meal and stuff there too, man. Oh my God, I'll probably go to Chili's after I leave here. Shoot, Chili's fire. Shoot. We could even hit up a seafood boil restaurant than the Cheesecake Factory. I'll settle for that. But Cheesecake Factory? Nah.
Okay, so if that's all you could afford at the time, do you think it's even a good idea to try to take me out? You don't think like, damn, you know, that's a bad bitch. Maybe I should just leave her alone.
Maybe you're busy, and I seen a little spare moment. I'm like, yo, I can't just tell I'm pulling up to the crib or nothing like that. So, hey, if you don't mind, let me get an hour, 30 minutes at you. Let's go to Cheesecake Factory real quick. Let's go hang out. You might just go to a store in there after that. You never know.
In the mall?
Yeah, it depends on how you make me feel after we leave Cheesecake Factory.
Wait a minute. This dude said, let's go to the store afterwards. What the hell kind of simp activity is this? So you mean to tell me that this dude, just meeting her, right, if things go great with him, right, he would take this girl that he just met to the mall and take her shopping. Don't worry, ladies. Don't worry. We're going to we're going to mentor this young man. All right. You see what us men would do? See, we know when our own brother is out of pocket, right? We're going to mentor him. We'll have the conversation. We'll talk to him. We will redirect him back into the right path, okay? Because that's some simpish activity right there, for real. I ain't lying.
Might go in
But if that's all you can afford is a Cheesecake Factory, then how we gonna go to Texas?
You don't know that.
So you want me to take my chances?
Maybe I was hungry at the moment. I was going to Saks Fifth or something. I want to stop at a Cheesecake Factory. And I had you in mind, like, yo, where you at? You free? Pull up on me real quick.
Okay, so what if I pulled up and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't eat at Cheesecake Factory.
Well, I'm going to tell you, hold up real quick. I'm going to grab my food. I'm going to get what I need to get. And then we're going to go where you want to go. We'll do that.
That's what I'm talking about. At least you know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God.
You keeping me in mind.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Understandable. Yeah.
See, Vaughn, she said this. She said this. She said, I taken my husband on dinner dates and shopping. But the only difference between their situation and your situation is that y'all are married. That's what y'all supposed to do to each other. He is saying that he just met a chick for the first time. Don't know her last name, don't know nothing about her family history. Hell, he don't even know she got HIV or whatever. He don't know nothing about her. But he say he gonna take her to Saks Fifth and go to the mall and go shopping if the day go well. What the what the hell?
So the question of the day is, would you allow a man to take you to the Cheesecake Factory on a first date?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Really?
She said, yeah.
I didn't had like $100, $500 dates for the first date, $1,000 dates. That doesn't, make the man. And I like Cheesecake Factory. I think it's the Oak Cliff in me. I'm from Oak Cliff, so I just...
Hey, she said she from Oak Cliff. Shout out to Oak Cliff, Texas on them boys. Straight Dallas. Shout out to her. So she know the game. So she's saying that, you know what? Yeah, I will go to Cheesecake Factory. Heck yeah. Let's go. Let's pull up. Did she say the reason why is because, look, I'm going to be real with you. I done been on all kind of dates. I done been on the $500 dates. I done been on $20 dates. Shoot, I done did it. So she said it's about the quality of the person. And it ain't about where we pull up at, long as it's a place safe. But let's continue. And she looked shocked. She looked like, what the hell? You're a stripper like me. That's how she looked like. You're a stripper like me. How the hell you say you want to go to the Cheesecake Factory?
Where's that? What's that?
In Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little more down to earth when it comes to things. I don't know. But
let me see. Do me a 360. Oh, that's a... So you say you would take Cheesecake Factory?
I'm definitely going to Cheesecake Factory.
Oh my God. Okay.
She said she's definitely going to the Cheesecake Factory. Forget y'all.
Who's your daddy?
She said, forget that. I'm pulling up to the Cheesecake Factory. I don't care what y'all say.
Okay.
I don't understand the dispute about going to Cheesecake Factory. Like, someone was like, it was a $50 date that you interviewed, and I'm just like, what you got? Because the Cheesecake Factory is at least like $150 with a few drinks on both sides.
Move out the way.
What I
did the video.
He did that on purpose, walking slow.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So, okay. But
She's so
You as
appalled right
no,
now.
I got you. No. Everybody has their own opinion, and I'm entitled to everybody's opinion.
Yeah.
But I just thought as a good-looking woman, right?
In other words, she thinking not as a good looking woman. She was thinking, let me translate what she's saying. She's saying, as a fellow stripper, as me, right, as my fellow coworker, I would think that you will agree with me on this, that you don't deserve the Cheesecake Factory. But this is like an anomaly to me. You know what I'm saying? This is weird to me. But let's continue.
Right? And a guy that's trying to impress you. So he meets you at the gas station. He pulls up. He's in a nice car. And he's like, damn.
Exactly. So that means he already got it. Going to a restaurant doesn't define if a guy got it. Like I heard a girl say, oh, if you don't got it, fake it. No. If you take me to the Cheesecake Factory and I met you and like, what's it called? What's that Benz called?
S550.
S550 or S580.
Yeah.
And then you take me to Cheesecake Factory.
It's okay.
I'm going to already know that you got
So what if he's from the hood, so he don't really know too much about nice restaurants. So his first thing was Cheesecake Factory, but you don't think you would like try to tell him like, oh, can we go like
I'm gonna
what if
let a man be a man?
Okay, so what if he asks you, where do you want to go on a first date? Would you suggest Cheesecake Factory?
I wouldn't suggest.
What restaurant would you suggest?
It depends on the city.
If you were in Dallas.
If I was in Dallas, okay, let's not do Dallas. If I was like in Houston, I would make him take me somewhere like Ocean's 12. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh,
it's
no,
real
she
good.
said
Yeah,
Ocean's
but
12.
if you don't know no better, I mean, we can teach each other over time. Because a lot of hood niggas don't got no sense. They don't know.
Ocean Swell is also a nice restaurant too. It's on the same level as Del Frisco, by the way, in Houston.
You are so like sweet. Wow.
You supposed to be sweet.
Oh no, I'm not sweet, baby. We ain't going nowhere. Hey, but you know what? No, come here. Would you?
Hey, this big old tall Amazon chick that showed up out of nowhere and she's feeling ready to talk. Let's hear what Wonder Woman have to say. Let's go.
Let a man take you on a first date to Cheesecake Factory?
Hell no.
No, why not?
Because why would you take me to Cheesecake Factory out of all the options?
What option do you like?
Del Frisco's, Mastro's, Oceanair, Steak 48.
Oh, you got the restaurants lined up.
All restaurants.
Okay.
Go off Westheimer, you know what I'm trying to say?
So what would you do if a man said, I'm going to surprise you, and then just pulled up to Cheesecake Factory?
I wouldn't be mad. I'll eat for free, but then I'm never talking to him again.
Y'all hear it? Did I not just say this earlier? Sour Patch, she had said this earlier in the chat, right? She said this. She basically said that if these women do not want to go to the Cheesecake Factory, then just don't go on the date. That's pretty much what she said, long story short. But I told her this is that they're not going to not go on the date. They're not going to just say no. The reason why they're not going to say no is because of their entitlement mentality, because in their mind at this point, it is a free meal for them. So they're going to go regardless. They're going to go to the Cheesecake Factory. They're going to get that free meal. And just like what she said, they're going to get that free meal and I'm going to ghost them after that. I'm going to finesse them after that. From the straight horse's mouth. And that's what all of them do.
That's disrespectful.
That's how I feel. Like, maybe. But she said that.
Respect the situation. Like, that's good. If you still respect the situation. I mean, that show you got some class about yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
you'll respect the
I don't
situation.
think you would be like, hell no, nigga. I think you would also, like, if it's like a nigga that came with a bunch of chains, a watch, and da-da-da, you ain't eating at the Cheesecake Factory?
I would.
See, look at that. In a weird sense, this is what I was talking about earlier too. Well, when I was making my open arguments about women holding other women accountable. When I was saying, don't y'all sisters have mentorships for each other, for the sisterhood, just like we have mentorships for the brotherhood? Don't y'all do that? In this weird way, she was sitting up here trying to hold her accountable and tell her, like, hey, look, it's not really all that serious. You know what I'm saying? I know you'll pull up at the one Cheesecake Factory. Then she gave a hypothetical situation based on how the way she is. She basically said, "Hey, so you mean to tell me that if you see this dude and you know this dude got money, right? But he decided to take you to the Cheesecake Factory, will you not go to the Cheesecake Factory knowing good and well you see that he got money?" Guess what she said? Yep, I sure will. And on top of that, she never said that she was going to finesse the dude or nothing like that. You want to know why? Because she see the dude got money.
Okay.
I would.
So if he already showing like he got
He got
money,
a little something.
he
Nigga
lit.
might test you, you know what I'm trying to say, to show you a little something.
Okay. But initially, that's not your preference.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to
go, yeah.
But if the right person took you there, you'll eat there.
I'll eat there.
But if they asked you where you want to go, you wouldn't suggest Cheesecake Factory.
I want to suggest Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, for sure. What's your name?
My name is Stallion.
All right, Stallion, do a 360 for us.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, shit. Okay.
She look like a stallion, too. I ain't gonna lie. She look like a stallion, too. Not mad the stallion. She look like a stallion with a tall Amazon-looking self. She taller than the mother to be a stripper. Like, dang, man. I'm gonna but before I get to my my final point tonight, I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. The secret is this: when I was on single, right? Me and my homeboys went to Houston, right? And we just so happened went to Penthouse because that's where they at the Penthouse Club in Houston. We had just so happened went there and got drinks one night. That's how I knew where they was at. Like, yeah, at the club. But as y'all could see, this particular stripper, DiamondTheBody, she feels that she is so entitled that she's better than the Cheesecake Factory. She's saying that no dude better not take her to the Cheesecake Factory. And I also showed to y'all that she said she deserved a 5-star restaurant, but however, this was her behavior at the 5-star restaurant when she went. This is her whole behavior when she went to the 5-star restaurant. Totally embarrassing this simp dude. Brought a down water bottle at a 5-star restaurant.
I was a little hungry.
Not even being a lady and covering her mouth. Got a damn toothpick picking her teeth with her stomach sticking out like Homer Simpson at the restaurant. Then to top it off, she set up her dress like she just came from Penthouse nightclub in Houston at a 5-star restaurant. I don't make this stuff up, y'all.
I took a bad habit from
I was so embarrassed and disgusted, emoji face vomiting.
You gonna finish that?
Like I give it back, but it's like.
Alright.
I did it like this, I was like.
This is y'all sisters, ladies. So before I get to my final point about her, right? Let me ask y'all this question. Would, by y'all seeing how the way she is, right? Seeing her behavior, seeing the things that she's doing in public spaces, right? Would you, as a good traditional woman, would you as a traditional woman who have values, right? Who have a moral compass, will you go out and reach out to her? Would you go out and try to mentor her? Would you go out and show her that there better things in life besides the lifestyle that she chose to be a part of? Would you do that for her? Or would you just say, hell no, you're a bad bitch, you gonna do it, bad bitch? Majority of y'all would say nope. Nope. Majority of y'all would say no because she ain't my responsibility. That ain't my sister. I don't know her. However way she want to live her life, that's her choice. But however, y'all would be the same ones who would say this about men. Would say this. You see how your brother is? Why you not mentoring him? Why you not telling him to pull his pants up? Why you not telling him to stop being a fuckboy? Why you not telling him to stop treating women wrong? Why you not telling him that? Why you not mentoring him? Women require for us to mentor our brotherhood. But when it comes down to your sisters, y'all be like, hell no. Her body, her choice. Her life, her whatever. So make it make sense. Make it make sense. So we done seen a lot about her behavior and all this stuff, right? But I want to show this to y'all because it's always a cause for the behavior. There's always an effect, right? For the effect happening, there's always a cause. There's always an origin story behind this, okay? And I want to show you this, and this is what she posted on her social. I want to show y'all the reason why she is the way she is. And y'all tell me, do you need to reach out to your sisterhood? Let me show you this. She decided to post this on her TikTok, right? On her, she is pretty much rapping, whatever, right? On this post, you see that it says that she has over 2,000 bodies, meaning that she done smashed over 2,000 men, right? Remember, I was going to talk about this the other night about Nina, right? And I told y'all that body count matters to men. That's why we ask about it, because it matters to us. Whenever a woman, especially a woman like this, have this many men that she done smashed over a lifetime, her market value goes all the way down. No dude is not going to try to holler at this woman, with the exception for a dude who is a simp. That's the only type of dude she gonna qualify for. It's either a simp or a fuckboy. That's it. That's all she qualify for. And this is because of the choices, decisions that she made. Okay? And I want y'all to listen to this. I want y'all to listen clearly of why she was doing what she was doing. Listen to this.
What was I to do? Never been through this, man, this was all new. Wasn't making shit, but them bills was still due. I was working hard, ain't shit was coming through. Okay, I was stressing out till he set me on his lap. Breath smell like liquor and he was kinda fat. Asked what I wanted so that he could take me back. Then I said to myself, I never do that. Then I started thinking about them bills that was piling. I ain't had no help, I was suffering in silence. And I ain't really in no place to be declining. I just looked back at him and I started smiling. Thought it would be easy, but it was kinda hard. Laying on my back really wasn't part of the job. Whole time I just wanted him to stop. But it was the quickest money that I ever got. So I started thinking he could be a regular, do this every weekend. I don't really like him, but I just keep on drinking. I was so insecure, confidence was sinking. Okay. Dollars flash forward and I do it very often. I'm the baddest bitch, if you want it, it's gon' cost you. Young, innocent girl, yeah, you done lost her. This fucking place turned me to a motherfucking monster. I didn't want to, but I had to. Thought it was my only option. I didn't want to, but I had to. And once I started, wasn't no stopping. Okay, cause when them dollars dropping, that paper coming fast. Being such a young age, seeing all this cash, man, it ain't no going back. Nah. It ain't no going back.
Now I'm gonna ask this question again to y'all sisterhood. By hearing her story, hearing her situation, do you think that you should reach out to her as your sister? This is your sister who's out there in the street, who's in need. She clearly said that she was out there by herself, struggling by herself, trying to figure out how to pay bills. Right? Now, I can understand this. I can understand environmental situations. Like, say, for example, her upbringing, maybe in her upbringing, she dealt with either a father or a mother or uncle or aunt or cousins, whoever it may be, who did the M word to her, right? Or the R word to her, or maybe both. And so she ended up becoming a product of the environment, right? I can understand that. But according to her story, she wasn't a product of her environment. She had made a conscious choice to do this. Out of every possible situation that she could have thought of, right? She felt that this particular situation was her best course of action out of everything. And she allowed it to happen. As a matter of fact, she made the choice to make it happen. Now, another thing too is that maybe it was just a one-time thing, and you got your bills paid, and you was done with it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of similar to the movie The Players Club, right? With Diamond on The Players Club, where she was stripping, but she was stripping for a purpose. She was stripping because she was trying to pay for college, because she had a bigger goal or a bigger agenda in mind, right? But not with her. She wasn't stripping for a bigger purpose. She was stripping only just to get her bills paid. And when she seen that it was paying her, she's like, oh, okay. Then next thing you know, she ended up meeting a dude that was offered to give her even more by becoming a sex worker. By becoming a sex worker, she made a conscious decision to do that. Not through environmental things that or traumatic experience or toxic experience that she dealt with, because if that be the case, she would have said it. But she had consciously chose to participate in this. And on top of that, she consciously is choosing to continue to do that. So yes, not only she's stripping, but she's also participating in sex work as well too. She's continuing to do this because now she's seeing it as a way to make quick money. So once again, I ask y'all this. This is y'all sister, and this is not only just her. There are many other women who are out there too, her age and younger, who have the same type of behavior, who have the same type of mentality, who don't have a person out there the one say, hey, there are better options out there for you, sister. Then plus the thing that you're doing is quite dangerous too, because it is a situation that she can meet the wrong simp dude. She could meet the wrong simp dude and put her in a life-threatening situation based on the choice that she's deciding to do. So I ask y'all again. Do y'all think it's important for y'all to go out and your sister in this situation? Do you think it's important for you to go out and speak to her and mentor her just the same exact way how us men be mentoring other men who be in this situation, especially younger men who out there be just like say be walking around their pants sagging, who's part of gangs and treating women wrong and all the stuff. Do y'all think that it's also y'all responsibility to do that as well too, as we're doing that for men? Because look, if y'all are doing that right, imagine if both of us is partnering together. We are taking care of the men to make sure the men are straight. You are taking care of the women to make sure the women straight. Just imagine if we decide to do that together. Just imagine how things will be for us relationship wise. Just imagine that all that toxic energy, toxic masculinity, toxic femininity, and all the stuff there, feminism, all the stuff there, it will dwindle down because we're partnering together for one purpose, and that's to better ourselves. Especially if you talk about for as a community, especially if you're talking about the race of people for as black people, right? See, we can sit up here and try to come together all day long when it deal with police brutality. We'll come together for that. We could come together when we feel like politicians is doing us wrong in our communities. But when it comes to the core things for us to hold each other accountable for behavior, that's where we really need to come together the most. But guess what? We're lacking in that. We're lacking in that effort. And on top of that, many women sitting up here putting the responsibility on us as men to fix our communities when that is not fair. We can only do so much as men who got it together and we trying to do our best. We can only do so much. But however, and I'm going to say this as a man, but however, we need y'all. We need y'all. We can't go out and mentor two women because when we do that, they're going to be thinking we trying to holler at them. They're going to be thinking we trying to get something out of them and all kind of stuff. They're going to be accusing us of crazy stuff. We can't do that. But however, you as a woman can do that. But like I say, it's based on choice. So we can sit up here and constantly allow sisterhood and brotherhood to dwindle and fall apart. Then on top of that, have the audacity to go up on our own socials and stuff. Some of y'all part of Facebook groups sit up here complaining. Doing this, sit up here complaining, but won't do nothing about it. You won't even do something as simple as speak. As simple as speaking. I'm just saying, that's all it takes. Just speaking. But like I say, it is what it is. It is what it is, y'all. This I throughout this thing, when I looked at her, right, and I researched her, right, and I seen the things that she was going through, the decisions that she made. To be honest with y'all, even as a man, even I don't agree with the behavior, but at the end of the day, I feel bad for her. Man, I feel so bad for her. But yeah, let's go to chat, y'all. Y'all know how I am. Once when I go. But let's go. Vaughn, she said this she ain't going to listen till she want to change her lifestyle and mindset. But I understand that. But even I'll put it to you this way. Even when I go out and mentor to young men, my expectation isn't for me to change them. My expectation is for me to at least say something. That's my expectation. To at least to say something. Because at the end of the day, after when you say something and they continue in their behavior, then guess what? At least you done said something about it. Then the next person, tell them about it. The next person, tell them about it. You ain't trying to make them do nothing. You just telling them about it. Then one or two things going to happen. Out of the 10th or 20 person that says something, eventually it's going to become a habit. Eventually they're going to start like, hold up, why 20, 30 people telling me the same exact thing. Maybe I need to listen. Maybe I need to reevaluate. Or they still gonna be in that same mindset and like forget them. I'm gonna do me. But it's the whole point of the saying something about it. Oh, Vaughn, she said she wanted. Now I'm dropping the link tonight. I mean, I wasn't planning on to, but I most certainly can. I most certainly can. What link I'm gonna drop? Mm, I guess I'd. Uh, Vaughn, are you uncomfortable with camming up? Because if you cam up, I'll drop my eCam link. If not, then we'll go StreamYard. But I'll drop the link for you. But you let me know. You let me know. No, I have two different links. I have the StreamYard link and I have an eCam link. The eCam link, you have to cam up on eCam unless I just don't show you on camera at all, which I can do that. But StreamYard link, y'all know StreamYard. Y'all get up people know StreamYard. To my hair ain't comb. Go comb your hair. What's wrong with you? Where your husband? Let me talk to him. How in the world you walking around with your hair ain't comb? Let me talk to him. Tell him the one get you to comb your hair. Girl, you tripping. But hold up. I do the one on StreamYard for you. It's fine. And I probably still not gonna put you on camera. So do this, do that. Do. Oh, you say you between your hairstyles. Girl, you better put a wig on and get on camera. Better put that wig on, girl. Give me one moment. Let me set it up for you. All right. Let's have the conversation. So I probably need to put my headphones on. But we'll see. We'll see. If it ain't echoing nothing, we'll see.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Mr. Lounge. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You could call me Urban. That's what everybody else call me. Salute, welcome.
It's something about that urban I don't like. But okay, so I got questions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dang, it's echoing.
Is it
Hold
echoing?
on. I can hear it echo. Oh wait, not any wait, yeah, it's still there.
Is it me echoing or is it
I'm
you
gonna have
echoing?
to
Because
go
I don't
down.
hear echo at all.
I'm echoing. So let me I'm gonna drop down, restart my phone, and then I'm gonna try to come back up.
Oh, she said she could hear clearly. Sweet Rita said she could hear you clearly. So you only hearing the echo on my end?
I can hear myself echoing. Like when you speak, there's no echo.
Oh, okay. You know how it is on StreamYard. Did you download the StreamYard app?
Is that what I need to do?
Yeah, because you know on StreamYard they got the one app just for guests to want to pull up.
Okay, let me go through that.
All right. But yeah. So yeah. So in a way, y'all, that's pretty much my spiel on this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I always talk a lot about the behavior of modern day women, but on the cool though, I don't do it with the intentions of putting down modern day women. I do it with the intentions to bring about awareness that This is what's happening right now. This is what's in the community right now, and we have the opportunity to literally do something about it for real. But it is a matter if you care enough to do it. And then, like I say, it just can't be on one sided as well too. You know what I'm saying? It got to be on both sides. If us men have to do things to hold our brotherhood accountable for the toxic behavior that they do, then why not the sisterhood do the same thing for the sisters? Yes, because if not, then it's not going to stop. We're gonna be in the same situation right now. Right now, they're saying there are gender wars that's happening right now on social media, allegedly. Gender war can simply end by all of us taking accountability. All of us being, our keeper. Y'all ladies being y'all sister keeper. Us men, we being our brother's keeper. But if we refuse to do that, like some of y'all was saying, like, well, I ain't gonna say nothing. It ain't my responsibility to say anything. Then we can't complain about them doing it. You know what I'm saying? And also, just think about this too. I don't know how many of y'all who are listening right now. I don't know if y'all have children, you have sons or daughters and stuff, right? Does imagine if you do have a imagine if you do have a son, right? And your son end up dating this toxic woman. You as a mother will be pissed off. You're like, why in the hell is he talking to her? You'll be so upset. In your mind, you be thinking like, son, I know you can do better.
Hello?
How we looking now?
I can hear you. It's still an echo.
Oh, let me
Yeah,
do
it
something
must
on
be.
my part real quick.
It
Hold
must
up.
be my phone.
Let me do something real quick because it probably does on me hearing me. Hold up. How does that sound now on your end?
I'm trying to make sure my camera don't expose me.
Oh no, you're not on camera. I don't even got you on camera.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because like if you
Wait,
go
no,
if you
no.
have another phone, you can see on my screen. I don't even got you on camera at all, but I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
That's how bougie
Okay.
we are
So
over here, at the House of
there is.
Urban Lounge.
You know what? You see, I asked you the other day. Is that your actual? Is that your background? Is that your like a room in your home?
You know what? I wish it was, but it's not. I wish
It
it was, but
looks
it do.
so real.
Yeah, a lot of
I like
lightning.
it. It looks very real.
Yeah, a lot of lightning. It requires a lot of lightning. So, cause like I'm in my office right now. Well, I call this my studio. So I'm in my
Mhm.
studio right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, okay. So
so you're no longer echoing, right? So you good, right?
no, no more echo.
Yeah, I turned the echo cancellation on my end, so it won't do it.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So I got questions. So I heard what you said beforehand when you were
Hmm.
saying like, as a community, as women and men, we need to hold each other accountable for our behaviors
Hmm.
out here
Correct.
in the world. And you were saying like, okay, you can say something to a person and they can still be like, whatever, I'm gonna still do me, but at least I said something, at least um, you know, I guess you could say gave my um I'm gonna say opinion, you know, let them know that you care, that they worth more, you know what I'm saying? But I myself personally, I feel like um not saying because I heard you say like, you feel bad for the girl. You feel really bad for her, she just they made this decision to I guess be is she a porn star or is she just a regular old came up working girl and now she a rapper? Like what's the background on her?
DiamondTheBody, she started off as a stripper. She started off as a stripper in Miami, and so
Mhm.
she ended up getting promoted because she did a party with damn, what's the name of that rapper? What's the name of that rap? Meek Mill, yeah, Meek Mill. Meek Mill
Oh,
had
okay.
came to a club that she was working at, and she was just so happy there, and him and his crew liked her or whatever stuff, and so that was part of her breakout. So
Mhm.
she was stripping. Then also, there's like she was telling her story. Knowing that she was stripping, she ended up becoming a sex worker because they offered her money.
Mhm.
So, and that's where she's at right now.
Okay. Because I was gonna ask you, like, well, what would you, if you were a woman, an older woman, in wise age, what would you say to her yourself? Because I hear you saying, you mentor, which I didn't know, by the way, that you mentor younger men,
Hmm.
and I hear, you have a strong dislike for simps.
Yeah.
But as as a an older woman, like, what could one say to her, that she wouldn't take offense to? Because in my own experience, okay, like, I've had older women, my own grandmother, for example. I'll give y'all a little background. So, like, I like to wear dresses and skirts, right? And I'm
Correct.
tall, I'm 5'7". So my dresses don't go down to my knees. And when they do, I get irritated because I just don't like the way it looks. It makes me, feel like an older woman. So, like, my grandma, I have three grandmothers, by the way. I have my stepfather's mother, I have my biological grandmother, and then I have my father's mother, okay?
Hmm.
Paternal, right?
Hmm.
So between the three of them, two of them are very big on, dressing appropriately, right? The other one, not so much because she grew up in the city. So she's used to seeing, city girls, like real, not city girls, what they are, what we call them today, party girls, but like women that grew up in the city versus women that grew up in the suburbs. Two of my grandmothers, okay, they well, one of them was born and raised in the suburbs. One of them came up in the city, but she, trans, whatever. She moved to the burbs, and
Yeah. Correct.
they carried themselves different. So I would catch a lot, still do at almost 30 with four kids, catch a lot of slack for the way that I dress. So it doesn't always come off as, oh, I love you. It comes off as like, snooty and trying to, shame you for, looking a certain type of way. And it can be offensive, right? And most older women don't know how to speak in love. All they, what they know is what they know. What you shouldn't do, how you shouldn't dress, how you shouldn't walk and talk. And younger women, we don't want to hear that. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, I can honestly say I know when and how to dress. At church, I ain't coming up in there with no, thin little dress, right? But if I'm going out with my husband, my granny will be like, "What the hell you got on?" And there's a conversation being held around me about my outfit, and I'm just like, you know, why not just let me do me? Just because I have on a short skirt don't mean I'm a hoe, but because hoes are known to dress a certain type of way, that's
Hmm.
how everybody views, one person. So my whole point is older women, majority, don't know how to speak to the younger generation without being offensive. Okay. Older women and men are more, y'all are more judgmental because of the, what y'all came from in the 50s and the, all the how y'all used to dress real nice and suited and booted all the time, right? So what I've noticed with my generation, we let people do what they want to do because most of the time people already have their minds made up of what they want to do, how they want to carry themselves, and when you say something to them about it, more than likely you ruin the relationship, right? So as a mentor of young black men, how would you speak to a younger black woman if you could put yourself in with the mind frame that you have and you were an older woman? How would you mentor a younger woman into, what you feel, a younger woman should be. You get what I'm saying? Like how would you do that without being offensive? Now I get it because I have people in my life that, yeah, they say things to me that are offensive, i.e., my grandparents. But because of who it's coming from, I'm not gonna snap off and give them a piece of my mind. I might ignore them a little bit, but in the back of my mind, I'll keep the message there. For example, I know not to go to church like that. I know not to go to a funeral like that or a business meeting. You know what I'm saying? But all young people ain't like that. Some majority young people, they are who they are, and we just want to be accepted without judgment.
Yeah,
So,
correct.
huh?
Oh, I just agree with you. Yeah, go ahead.
So how if you, because I'm gonna tell you what I would say to her. What I would say to her is, I do think there are other ways of making money other than selling your body. Personally, I'm more, I am against selling your body only because of the diseases that can come with it. As I've gotten older, okay, we're gonna say the last 3 years, I've learned about, spiritual connections and all that kind of stuff. So selling your body is just something that I feel is kind of like a last resort. Like I would, if I was asked to rob a bank or sell my body, I probably would go with the bank. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, huh? So, what would you say to her? Because what I would say, there's other ways to make money. There's social media. I'd rather her do OnlyFans with a damn toy, by herself, than to be
Hmm.
giving herself away to multiple people and things. And I say things because those things can be diseases and spirits and habits that you can't get rid of from sharing your body with another person.
Yeah, correct. Well, first of all, your first response on when you was talking about the older generation, I do
Hmm.
agree with you on that. The reason why is because the older generation, they have a different understanding about um how the way things are. Back in the day, they was taught that if you dress promiscuous, that means that you're
Hmm.
being a hoe. That's how the way it was
Hmm.
taught. So therefore, when they project that, right, they just be direct with it. You know what I'm saying? Without considering, feelings and emotions or different things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Now, the only thing about that part is that um our generation, like I'm in the 80s generation, right? And so the 80s generation, 90s generation, and on up, right? They take that as being offensive, right? But in reality, they really are um showing you love, but it is so direct. And so I believe that it is gonna come to how the way I would talk to her, but I believe that in order for a person to be their real authentic self, they need to be their real authentic self. So however way they tell you that you need to change your behavior, that's how the way it need to be projected. So you won't be
Hmm.
considered as being fake. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, say for example, we're both parents, correct? You have children?
4. Two girls and two boys.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. So whenever your children does something wrong and it's life threatening, right? Would you tell them that in a kind, nurturing way, or would you tell them in a direct way?
Oh, direct.
Absolutely. And that's the reason, and that's how the older generation are. They but their mindset is set on that. You know what I'm saying? Just think about that. Their
Hmm.
mindset is set on being direct with you. They don't want to beat around the bush with you. They don't care if they're gonna hurt your feelings because they feel that the bigger purpose is for you to understand the message. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
to answer your question, if I were to be a woman, right, telling another young lady that, I would be the same exact way how I be with the men. I'll be straight up, honest, and direct. and tell them like, hey, this is this, that, and that.
Mhm.
This is your behavior. But the only difference that the older generation is lacking is this. The older generation, whenever they tell you something, right, whenever the older generation tell you something, they have the expectation that they want you to immediately change on their terms,
Right then and there. Mhm.
right then and there. That's something that they haven't mastered yet. They haven't mastered that once when you tell them that, to give them the choice.
Mhm.
So back to me and my situation is that I would tell them that, but I don't have the expectation of them changing on my terms. The only expectation I have is me telling them, period, what it is. Now you could choose whether you're gonna change or not. That is absolutely your choice. That is your God given choice. If you want to stay in your situation, you can stay in your situation. That is your
Mhm.
choice. But you cannot say at the end of the day that no one never told you. And also, that's why I gave the scenario too like, hey, if we all are in one accord, right? If
Mhm.
like say for example I say something, I'm still the woman, right? I say something, right? Then you'd be the woman and you said something in your way, right? And other people
Mhm.
say the same as that thing in their way, right? Eventually one or two things are going to happen. They either going to catch on and say, wait a minute, maybe this really is something wrong with my behavior, maybe I do need to change, or they're going to still continue to be in that same condition. But at the end of the day, we said something, and that's what matters the most, is that you're saying something about it. But right now it's a lack of that, preferably with women. It's a lack of women holding your sisterhood accountable for the toxic behavior that they do.
Mhm. Now, I got another question. When you say my sisterhood, what do you mean exactly?
Well, when I say sisterhood, I mean that women, period.
Okay.
Whether you know them or don't know them, that's pretty much what I'm talking about.
Okay. Cause I'm gonna say, I mean, I ain't going off subject, but I'm not gonna lie. I get annoyed when black people do the when we do, and it's not just other black people. I find myself doing it sometimes, okay, but not all the
Hmm.
time. When the black community groups us all in together, see, this is why the white people don't like us, because
Hmm.
I do feel that we are all individuals, okay, and I am more open to what you call it, simp behavior and whole behavior,
Hmm.
because in my little own experience, okay, things have not always been as black as white as I thought they were. And the more I pay attention to just people in general, I don't even really have to know a lot about you to understand that some things that we do as people, they're just choices that we made either because we feel like we had no choice. We kind of developed our attitudes and mindsets around our environment. So when, you say like the sisterhood, I'm like, are you saying it's, women, black women, is it our responsibility to hold each other accountable for this behavior as a race, or is just gender?
Um, in the overall, sorry, in the overall grand scheme of things, I'm talking about for us the overall gender of women holding women accountable.
Oh, okay.
But we could take it as race too.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The overall women, just like us men. I'm not talking preferably about a race. Well,
Mhm.
when I was talking about race earlier, I only made that as a point. You know what I'm saying? To set an
Uh huh.
analogy, just to prove a point. Because even when I was doing mentorship, right, it wasn't a race, like a preferably race of men that I was doing it for. It was just with men, period, or with young men, period. It didn't matter that
Oh
race.
wow. Oh wow. I didn't know that. Well, because I'm saying that to say, hold on one.
Salute everybody who's tuning
Um,
into the stream. Taylor May, salute to you as well too. I see you.
um, I say all that to say, like, in order to hold somebody accountable, they have to be open to it. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'll be 30 in February. I've
Salute.
had situations. Oh hush. I've had situations. No, seriously, like I've had situations where I'm still. I guess you can say I'm still. No, I ain't no guess. I'm still going through that. Where like there are things that I do have done that in the past I wasn't open to hearing it because that's what I wanted to do. And like I said, there's just like an acceptance that you're looking for, and sometimes you might not find it with that group of people. So with my situation, I found myself kind of by myself for a little bit, and then I realized like, oh, okay, I shouldn't have been doing that in the first place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I've noticed that I wanted to change not because of my, people were like rejecting me, but I was able to sit and look at some of my behaviors and be like, oh, okay, that's not right. I don't want to be that kind of person. And I'm only saying that to say everybody doesn't do that. Some people just find, you know, they're comfortable with what they do, and they find the other people who are comfortable with what they do, whether it's right or wrong. I'm in a stage right now where I found my people, that accept me, right or wrong, but they hold me accountable when they know I'm doing something that isn't in the direction that I really need to be going in. Do you follow me?
Yeah, yeah, understandable.
So,
Yeah, not yeah. In other words, you find commonality with like-minded people, which there's nothing wrong with that.
right, right. First of all, you see, she was asking strippers. She was
Yeah, yeah,
asking
facts.
strippers this question. If you
Mm-hmm.
ask somebody like me or my aunt or even other working women on YouTube, is the Cheesecake Factory an acceptable date? We're gonna say yes because we live in a world where um we don't have this outrageous expectations. And on top of that, well, my opinion, because you don't like Cheesecake Factory, and I'm blocking
Yeah,
you,
it's
but
disgusting.
the the Cheesecake Factory isn't like I said, it's not a low budget restaurant. Okay, so if you're around a bunch of people that not only sell their bodies, you know, which ain't nothing wrong with it, I just wouldn't do it, and I would advise everyone not to. If you're around a bunch of people that sell their bodies and they make fast money and they're used to sleeping with men, like you said, that'll give them whatever they want to get whatever they want. But if we're talking about a date here, somebody that's actually interested in you, you know, you're not gonna you're you're not going to expect things from a man, that you would get when he's actually interested in you, right? Because let's be
Yeah,
honest,
facts.
a man can take you out on the most, and I've been there. A man can take you out on the most expensive date. He can have all the money in the world, but like she said, the other girl said the quality of the guy. Okay, now they didn't go
Mm-hmm.
too deep off and far in it like I was going, where these guys can give you whatever they want to give you because they want something from you, right? Because if we gonna be honest, if a man has millions or even a couple hundreds of thousands to spend, or even a couple thousand to spend, okay, it's worth it to him because he's going to get something in return. But is he going to invest in you emotionally? Is he going to actually spend quality time with you and get to know you and love on you, put you in a position to better yourself? You know what I'm saying? Build with
Mm-hmm.
you. No. So it's not only funny to me, but it's kind of retarded, oxymoron, to expect a stripper to see the value of a cheesecake dinner. You know what I'm saying? It's like, huh? And I'm not saying all strip. I'm saying these women in particular. Okay, they
Mm-hmm.
got BBLs, they got all these long ass nails and this long ass hair, and they done told themselves that they the baddest bitch and they the dime. Okay, look, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I get irritated with the expectations behind it. I
So
do.
yeah, well, I got to give you some pushback on that one. Now she did. now DiamondTheBody did mention that she'll go to the Cheesecake Factory, but the
Mhm.
only way she'll go to the Cheesecake Factory if she's with family or with friends. So if she
Make it
already
make
had the
sense.
experience of going to a Cheesecake Factory as being a stripper with family and friends, then why is
Mhm.
it a problem with her going to the Cheesecake Factory with a dude?
My point exactly. What sense does that make? How
Hmm.
what sense does that make? Are you saying your family is your family, the people that you came from, so they're good enough to go to this restaurant, but not a man that you potentially want to see value in, or you want to see some type of value in? It just doesn't make sense. It's
Hmm.
it's almost like it's all in their head. Like I said, it's the fast, it's the fucking video move, the video vixen lifestyle. There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
what we see in the videos. Oh, he saw her and he gave her champagne and he took us shopping. None of those things are real. Okay, so when I'm looking at a man or even myself, and I hold, we're talking about value here, worth. I'm not looking at their money, and I'm not looking at where they can take me or what they can give me. I'm looking at them as a person. These women aren't looking at these men as people. They're looking at them, if you ask me, as showpieces, almost like the next high end purse that just came in that they can show off to
Hmm.
their friends and family.
Yeah, facts. The next song come up.
Right. It like I said, the whole, honestly, I didn't see that stripper. I mean, that stripper. I didn't see that video myself. I did see where this all came from. The lady who went out on a date with the really nice guy who took her, to the Cheesecake Factory, and she was acting like it was just so beneath her.
Hmm.
It My jaw dropped because she looks like the type of girl, that has a good job, but she didn't come off as the type of woman that would act like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
But
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And on that video, I actually did a review on that too. She's actually a actor and also a therapist.
oh, she's an actor and a therapist, and that's how she reacted.
Yeah, yeah. So, but now it's that whole entire thing. It was pretty much a staged video that Kevin Wesley put together, but it was the
Mhm.
whole point to trigger the conversation.
Mhm. Wow, I didn't know that. Well, I'm gonna say this: ain't nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory for a first date. Okay, I am totally against you, Fridays and Applebee's. I
You
personally feel Fridays is a place you go to while you're dating and y'all just want to kick it and have some chicken and a couple drinks and maybe go to the movies or something like that. But if
Vons,
you're trying to,
hey,
huh,
hey Vons, hey,
huh,
Friday got
huh,
some fire cocktails. I don't know what you talking about. Fridays be
I
going
I
hard.
love Friday. You okay? Since
Hey,
I'm being honest,
Applebee's,
mhm.
they shrimp fettuccine is fire.
You think I don't know that? What? I'm just gonna be honest. I am my very first date with my husband. I live in Chicago. We went to the Navy Pier and we went to the Rocky Road McDonald's downtown.
Hmm.
Shocking, right? No, not really. Because I have had men take me to really nice restaurants. And at the time, my husband, he wasn't working, he was in school. But I've had men take me to really nice restaurants. And if I'm honest, I'm not going to say I didn't like them, but I didn't see a future with them. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, they were a little older than me. So it was kind of already like, whatever. But
Yeah.
the experience that I had with my husband, it was way more intimate. I liked him for it. Like even now when he do all these lavish things, I don't compare the two because like I just feel like when it comes to dating a person and wanting to be take it further, there's just so much more to it other than the first date. And like a girl said, he got on a bunch of chain. Like I never looked at things like that. In my experience, the men who had all the flashy shit going on, they were broke. Okay, I grew up
Mm-hmm.
around that. I grew up around men who left the house fresh. Okay, but the goddamn light bill was due. So it's like these types of girls, they live a fast lifestyle. They've experienced a fast lifestyle, so that's what they expect. They expect the what did I say? The video vixen behind it, and they're not looking at, the value of a person. They're not looking at how does he treat you, how does he make you feel. They just want what's in their
Yeah.
pockets and what makes them look good. And it's men like that out here too. Like I said, those
Mm-hmm.
men that were taking me out, they thought I was cute. I was their next, little purse. They was my purse. I was their purse. So I understand, why people do what they do. What's so irritating is the expectations that are trying to, the expectations people have to try to throw into the real world. Like that shit's
Absolutely.
not real. It's not
Absolutely.
real.
See,
Yes.
look, all that you just said, you could say that to her in your own way. You could say all that to her. Tell her about your past experiences of dealing with that, how the way you could relate and everything. But the one thing about it is that once when you tell her about that, then just walk away. Don't have the expectation thinking that she got to do what you say, or she got to
Hmm.
change after you the one said all that. You say what you said, just let it go. And it's gonna
So
be her
you,
choice.
you're not that kind of person that'll be like, I don't even want to hear about it. I don't even want to see you. Stay from around me. You're not like that.
No, not at all. I'm not a judgmental person at all. I To be honest with you, I understand people a lot, and I guess that goes along with my own profession. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Where I have to analyze people like behavior all the time. So I have a level of understanding people and understanding why they do what they do. Then from there, I
Hmm.
develop a sense of compassion from them. But
Yeah.
also, I have learned to be as direct as possible too.
Hmm. And you know what? I'm glad you said that because I was wondering. I watch you from time when I be watching you be going off sometimes. So, but
I
I'm
got
I'm
to.
glad I'm glad in your mentorship that you're not like that because that will like I've had that experience. That will um not only like I said ruin the relationship, but it does what's that word? Is it deter people? It
Oh, let me.
it
Let me. I'm sorry. I mean, cut you off, but let me tell you this. There was a situation that happened right where this younger man, he was, how was it? He was 21 years old. He came into my office and he was looking for help. And like I always have a way of having people to open up to me and they begin to tell me
mhm,
their situations. You know what I'm saying? So his situation was no different. He was telling me everything that was going on with him and stuff. He was telling me all these crazy decisions that he was making and stuff, right? So I had to be, just like how I'm on my podcast, I had to be direct with him for real and tell him straight
mhm,
up, like, bro, what you doing is messed up for real. I don't know
mhm,
who haven't told you this, but this is how the way it is and stuff. But look, I don't want you to take it as though as I'm being mean to you. I'm just telling you from man to man that you need to get it together. But however, your first step in coming to my office today is what's going to help you out in this situation. But I don't want to see
mhm,
you back in my office again in this same situation. If you come to my office again, I want to see you improving your situation. You understand me? And he was like, yes,
mhm.
sir.
And you know what? That yeah, you should be like that. I got somebody like that too. You should. Some people you have to be like that with, but I feel like you. Okay, you said you was direct. Did you know him for a while? You like
No,
you
I don't
kind of
know
got
him.
to
That was
know
my
him.
first ever meeting that though. He came pulled up to the office.
Oh
He needed
wow.
help.
Oh wow. Well, you know what? Well, then I ain't got nothing to say other than I guess it just all depends on the person
Hmm.
because people discouraged. You can be easily discouraged with someone you look up to, and then you realize you disappoint. Like with me and my granny. I hate to feel like I've disappointed her or my grandfather. Oh my goodness, don't get me started.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to feel like I've disappointed them. So I've been discouraged at times, like, when I was, let's say 21, 22, 23, when I was in them early 20s, I remember, like, I still struggle with it now, doing things, to only seek their approval. And in the end, I was sad or I felt some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Mm-hmm.
why I say, like, I get it. People should, speak up and help others, become better people. Like, for example, selling your body, selling drugs, whatever. That's not the way to go. But it's also about how you do it.
Yeah, how the way
Especially
you
if you,
said, the
if you
tone
love
and
the
stuff.
person,
Yeah.
right? Because you
And
don't want to discourage a person and make them feel like they aren't good enough or even qualified to make changes. You know what I'm saying? Like, my
mm-hmm.
grandfather, he snapped on me one time because he was mad as hell about some shit. And I felt like, oh my God, like, can I come back from this? And I had to, step away from him, get him out of my head to realize I made a mistake. He's just disappointed. And surprisingly, he came back around and was like, you know what, I shouldn't have said that. Blah, 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 whoopie woo. I know you're doing the best you can, blah, 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 whoopie woo. And then I realized it's not about, other people. It's about me. So that's why I'm saying, like,
Facts.
everybody can't, and I'm not saying I'm perfect and I do this all the time. This is just once I calm down off my bullshit horse and I'm sitting with myself and I'm like, okay, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on? I sit and I analyze. Do I always, first of all, do I make the right decision, take the first step right away? No, because majority of the time I feel like I still want to do this. I just got to figure
Mm-hmm.
out another way to do it, so it's not so bad. So like, it's not what you do, it's how you do it, whatever. And some things I've done a complete change. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that because that's not acceptable. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if she wants to be a hoe and sleep around, cool. Use protection. Maybe you shouldn't tell everybody. maybe, maybe you shouldn't promote the lifestyle. Those would be like some, to me. Those would be really good changes
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
some
I
things,
I agree with that part, where she had to safeguard herself, but unfortunately, that's what she's not doing at the current moment. And then
right?
not only her, but there are other people who are part of that lifestyle. They're doing the same as that thing. They think they're doing it because they're promoting themselves, but in reality,
Hmm.
they putting themselves at a high risk.
They really are, because when you think about it, to like, even though it's not how it used to be. Because honestly, being a hoe is like cool now. But like you said, ain't no man. I'm sorry, ain't no man gonna want to really take her. And if he do, and I don't want to say he's a simp. Like,
He's a
I
simp.
don't want to agree with that.
He's a simp.
Because I feel like, people. There's somebody for everybody, and some men, which from the movies that I've been watching, they take in women that's been around the block and they end up getting their feelings hurt. But
Hey, them
some
movies,
men,
them that's fake.
no, like, for real, like, this is men out here who, they'll marry a dancer and they'll have a great life with them because that woman wasn't a hoe while she was dancing. She was just dancing the pace that she didn't sleep around. But there are some women that are dancers and they sleep around and then they marry that girl and then they get their feelings hurt because, like I said, all them spirits and shit she done conjured up over the years, that's
Hmm.
still there. And unless, and I saw your little and I was mad as hell about that. We gotta talk about that. But I saw where you was like, women like to go to God. I feel like, some people, not all, maybe we're gonna say about 2%, you know, they really do surrender themselves over, to a higher being and they change their lives around. But a
Hmm.
lot comes with that. A whole lot comes with that. There is when people are honest and real about what they really go through, it isn't a walk in the park to surrender yourself and, I guess you say, like, be clean again. And I only say be clean because for some reason that's the word that's popping up in my head. But
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
that's not easy. It's not easy to walk away from a life of fast money, sex, and just, I'm gonna say fun, okay? I'm gonna say fun, but it's really destruction. But that life, it's hard to walk away from that kind of life and go to something more stable and clear of mind, because a lot comes with that. And I'm only saying that because once again, I'm learning about, spirits and the spiritual world, and how, you just can't let everybody inside of you or even around you really
Big
without
facts.
certain behaviors rubbing off, you
Yeah,
know.
big facts.
The straight and narrow path, in my opinion, is very boring. But that other path, it's hard to come from out of that. And
Well,
it
see,
takes
I don't mean to cut y'all, but see, on that part there about, saying the straight and narrow path is boring, I have to disagree with that. The reason why is this, is that just because you choosing to live a normal life, that doesn't mean you don't have to live life, period, if that makes any sense. You can still have a fun and adventurous life and do the things that you want to do, but you're doing it in a more protective manner, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
yes, I want to agree with you, but let me tell you why. Because I've seen people stop drinking, stop partying, and I'm not gonna say they're miserable, but when they try to have a little bit of fun, they go back into that shit like it's
Hmm.
unbelievable. So that's why
Yeah,
I say it's hard.
yeah.
I can
That's
honestly say
Yeah, that's what I'm
I.
saying. Like, even the example, like a first, they was going out and partying and do stuff, then they end up changing their life and they just not
Mhm.
doing it no more. Well, what I'm saying is that they don't necessarily have to stop doing it, unless by them doing that was creating toxic behavior. You know what I mean? If it
Okay.
wasn't,
Okay.
yeah, if it wasn't creating toxic behavior, then you don't have to stop doing it. Like say for example, um, I still go out with my wife and we do certain things and stuff. We'll go out and have drinks
Mhm.
and stuff too. We'll go to lounges and clubs and stuff together. You know what I'm saying? But I was doing that when I was single. You know what I mean?
Right.
But just because I'm
Right.
married, that means I'm just gonna stop doing it. Like, no, we still do it, but we do it in a manner where it's respectable and it's safe, and we know our limit. We're not gonna go and get completely, absolutely messed up where we put ourselves in a
Mhm.
situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't know. I probably just need to live a little bit more and see some different experiences. Because I'm trying to take, like, I see people, they change themselves around, and then it's like they're miserable.
Yeah, I agree. I
They,
agree. Yeah,
but
that.
I only feel that they're miserable though because like I said, maybe I shouldn't use the word hard because I don't know like how hard it really is. I'm just gonna say it just seems difficult for people to do right once they didn't had a taste, unless the taste of that wildlife just fucked them completely over.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how people get they get themselves together and then they go back because they're a bit miserable and bored and you know you know what I'm saying, like, oh,
Hmm.
things were supposed to be easier, or it was supposed, one little thing just sends them back. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, exactly. Then the reason why that one little thing will send them back is because they never changed for the right reason anyway. They probably changed because um somebody had a conversation with them. Instead of them listening to what they saying, they just did it just to please them. You know what I mean? Like say for
Yeah,
example,
okay,
the
yeah.
example you gave with your, I think you said your grandfather, right? Well, when he said what he
Yeah.
said to you, it could be that scenario where someone says something to him, right? Instead of them want to
Mhm.
change because they want to change, they just doing it just to please people. You know what I'm saying? Then
Right.
they end up getting into church, become a part of a church, blah blah blah, and then next thing you know, they're miserable, they tired and sad. Then
Mhm.
next thing you know, they end up, as church people call it, backsliding
Yep.
because they never changed, so they got to begin with anyway.
Now, yeah, I can agree with you on that. Cause do you think I was dressing the way they wanted me to dress, and was happy? No. What I
Mm-hmm.
did was to say, you know what? And you know what? It was funny because my granny, one time she was talking to me and I started crying. And she said, because, oh, my granny, she was talking about, she was like, she said, sweetie, it's okay. If that's how you want to dress, you just need to be proud and say, this is how. So one day, that's what I did. I showed up and they started picking, and I started picking back. I said, well, maybe, I like dressing like this, and I don't see nothing wrong with it. And I just went on my little rant, and it got quiet, and they bust out laughing, and I saw a whole nother side of them. They was like, you know what? If that's what you want to do, we gonna let you do it. And they haven't. Do they pick at me sometimes? Yes, they do. Okay. Well, I will say this though. I have been more selective in what I put on, not because of how they feel, but because of what I started to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I do
Mm-hmm.
have a son because I went from having one baby to two. Okay, I do have a son. I don't want him to think, that women, dress a certain type of way. So did my shorts get a little shorter? I mean, a little longer? Yeah. Did my dresses get a little longer? Yeah. But they still tight and they still fit right in all the right places. That ain't his business.
Mm-hmm.
So there I created a balance that I was okay with. You know what I'm saying? Like only wear this when I'm with my husband. I understand that behavior now too. Only wear this when we, go here. Only, you know what I'm saying? Like I created a space of, what made me happy, but what was also fitting for my family, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I've never went to the beach in a thong. I wouldn't have done that in the first place, but I'll wear a one piece when I'm with my family. I'll wear a two piece when I'm out with my husband or whoever, my friends or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Just that simple. Like little things like that I did to make myself happy. But oh yeah, I definitely understand because you can best believe I tried it their way and I couldn't stand it. I was mad. I started resenting
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. You was miserable. Yeah, because you're not
Yes.
being who you are. Yeah,
It was like,
that's
what? I don't
understandable.
even like this. I like, why am I wearing this? Start throwing clothes away and everything. But yeah. So no, that's all I wanted to know. I just wanted to know, what would you say to the young lady? And you gave me a few things to think about. And yeah, I do I feel sorry for the girl? Yes, I do. 2,000 men, and that's probably a couple women in there too. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot. That sounds like a lot of wear and tear. Is she in her 20s or she knocking 30s? That sounds a lot.
Yeah. It
Okay.
is. Mm-hmm.
That's more miles on a person that shouldn't be there. I seen the white girl who said she did like 1,200 people, but 2,000, child.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I
Mm-mm.
would have lost
Nope.
count. I don't see how she kept count. Did she write it down in a book? Is there a book? Like, how do you
She,
know for sure it was
she
two
probably did write it
thousand?
down for her to say it, but that's why I was making that point that see women don't understand that men do evaluate women based on their body count. That's why they ask about it.
Oh yeah, that's
Because
what
the
I was
reason why
meant to
they
ask
ask about
you.
it because they want to see how promiscuous they are.
But see, I was gonna ask, but you said you're married, so of course now you're not asking women their body count. But I thought that was a young guy thing. I didn't know older men
No,
in your age be
men
asking
period
women
ask women about their
their
body count.
really
Hmm.
why. That's
Especially
like an invasion
high
of
end men.
privacy.
Well, here's the two reasons why. The first reason is the reason why I just told you because they want to see how promiscuous that woman is. Was she really for the streets, spreading around everywhere? For like health purposes. Then the second reason, which is also there with health purposes, is that they want to see are they capable of procreating with that woman. Okay. Now she done went out to the street and did all this stuff there. Of course, with her having this over 2,000 something body accounts, whatever, it's more than likely that she probably has a oops, my bad experiences where she probably had to use a plan B or abortions, whatever the case may be. But whenever that
Right.
situation happened to women, it does do wear and tear to their body, to their reproductive body. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they ask. That's the real reason why
Wow.
men ask.
I no. No, That's not. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Have I asked, like my husband, like men that I've dated, I've taken seriously? Yes, but I don't recall being asked when I was, what was I, 18, 19? I don't
Mm-hmm.
recall that question. No, that's not true. That happened one time, and I was like, oh, I only been with, I've only been with one other person. I mean, it was the truth though, because I didn't get
Mm-hmm.
started till, like I said, I was. Well, I've told this on my own panel, but I didn't get started until I was like 18, literally.
Oh yeah.
So when the question came up, it was like, oh, I want. And the funny thing about it is, in my experience, nobody believed me till afterward. And it would be like, well, why would you think I was lying? Because women lie, but, really kind of embarrassing, from what I've experienced is when a man, asks, they don't believe you. And then after they have an experience with you, they say, oh, I can tell because you don't know how to do this, that, and the third. And
What
I
the
remember
hell?
thinking like, I remember thinking like, are you saying I'm bad at this? So yeah, but I recently saw a post like, ain't nobody asked, nobody how many people they didn't been with since we was young. Now I've been married since I was 24. I've been with my husband since I was 20, 19, 20.
Mm-hmm.
We were dating around that time. So, I'm like, oh, people still ask, each other. Like I was one like I didn't know people still ask each other that because from what I've been told from my friends and relatives, it's not relevant. It's just all about what can you do for me and what the
Who
other person
who
can do for them.
who said that? What was it, men and women who said that, or what?
Um, I'm gonna say for the one guy, he just nasty. And he was just saying he didn't care, mostly because he didn't take them women serious anyway,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's
Yep.
older. He
Yeah,
is a
exactly.
relative of
So see,
mine.
like with
Yeah.
see, it's something different with women. See, women would ask men because and they too much don't care about it because it's the expectation for a man to be going out and um having sex with women. But however, when men ask that question, we're asking it for the reason because we're trying to find out how promiscuous that woman really is, and we're trying to see if we're able to procreate with that woman or not. That's the reason why we were asked. That'd be the only reason why we ask. Other than that, we wouldn't ask. We wouldn't incur.
So you just be asking women how many? That is crazy, but I get it. I
Well,
mean,
when I was
if you.
when I was out in the dating market, I did. I sure did.
Mhm.
And I was out there in the dating market. I sure did ask like, oh yeah, so what we looking at on body count wise?
You
I
actually
need to
said
know.
body count.
I sure did. What we looking at body count
Well.
wise? Because to be honest with you, and I know I'm a man, but to be honest with you, I could
Mhm.
count on my finger how many women I've been with throughout my lifetime. I count on my finger.
On your finger, that sounds like one. No, I'm just
Nah,
messing with you.
the total my the total amount of women that I've been with in my lifetime is 10. That's it. In my
Oh, okay.
lifetime.
Well,
That's it.
okay. When me and my husband first started dating, I did ask him only because I was curious. Like you said, you want to know what you're getting yourself into.
Hmm.
At the time I had dated guys that had kids. Well, not like a whole bunch of kids, but like maybe one or two kids. And I just wanted to know, like, if he had any kids or if there was like a possibility,
Hmm.
anybody, I needed to, be looking out for. They gonna be stalking me or bothering me because I have had stalkers. And it was only because, I'm nice and let him tell it. I don't know how to handle things. I'm kind of one of the people that would like disappear on somebody. Like I would send that message like, I don't want to talk to you no more and let them still call me without like making it very clear. You know what I'm saying? Because I would just do stuff like that. But
Hmm.
yeah, that's why I wanted to know. But other than that, before I got started, I think I said like, do you have a girlfriend? That was my question. Like, do you have a
Yeah,
girlfriend?
that's the typical question that women would ask. Like,
Yeah.
do you
Are
got a
you in? Are you
girlfriend,
sleeping with
or y'all would
somebody?
say, are you married? Y'all ask that question. Are you
No, I
married?
didn't
Do you
ask
got a
that question
girlfriend?
because I didn't ask that question because you know I had been around them enough to know that if they were married, they was good at fucking hiding it. I had been at their homes, houses, apartments, and I didn't see any sign of another woman. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to ask that question. And on top of that, I was young and I was, like I said, I didn't start letting somebody deal with me until I was literally 18. So 17 and 16, I would hang out with, guys and I knew that they was doing it, with other people, but I was scared. I didn't want to get pregnant. So when I actually decided like, okay, I'm ready to, start playing around, I was more so worried about if they had someone because I didn't want to get my feelings hurt. I didn't want to get all involved and, find out that I was just something to play with. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
understandable.
but if I was dating now, I definitely would be asking a lot of questions because the shit that I see on social media ain't got shit on what I know
Facts.
in my real life.
Facts.
Like
It is,
dealing with
yeah,
the
it's,
single friends and male and
yeah.
female friends, uncles,
Mm-hmm.
cousins. It's a lot of shit going on and it's scary.
And that's the reason why I've been doing these shows the way I've been doing it because I prior I used to be married and I was divorced. And so after I
Mhm.
went through my post divorce phase or whatever, I finally decided to get back out there in the dating market. It was like almost like 4 or 5 years later. I finally
Okay.
decided to get out there. When I got out there, that's when I found out the hard way that everything has changed. The
Mm.
behavior and everything with the women and men has changed. So that's why I talk about it because I didn't experience it. I experienced it from body counts. We're dealing with women who want to use you just to get a free meal, all kind of crazy stuff. So,
Mhm.
but yeah,
You said
so a
women
lot
that'll
of
use
people
you to
who
get
are
a free meal.
yeah they literally do that. See, a lot of
Nah,
people
I
who
ain't never
who were
had
being
that.
like married and stuff like they've been
Mhm.
married and they haven't been out there. They don't know how it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now I haven't when I was younger, I didn't do weird shit. Like I never dated someone that I did not like. So I don't understand screwing some like seriously, I don't understand screwing somebody or getting next to somebody just to use them for what they have.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God I haven't been put in that position. I only dated men that I liked and I could see myself with. Now, it wasn't until we started, doing other, extra things, going out, being together, whatever, that I would be like, yeah, this isn't for me. But I didn't, string them along and use them. I didn't need a ride or what they say, $40. Like that was never my experience. So when I see and hear stuff like that, I be like, huh? Like people act. Of course, you see the shit in movies. Oh girl, Timmy for the light bill and Gregory for the cable bill. But to actually see it, I didn't see much of that. Growing up, I did
Mm-hmm.
have the really pretty cousins and aunties that always had like 3 or 4 men at a time, but they weren't married. They were dating, and I've dated 2 people at a time, but I liked them. I wasn't, I wasn't sleeping with them. It was like, oh, I like him and I like him. Did I end up with one of them? Yeah, but dinners and fucking shoes and clothes, that's weird to me. Like that
Oh
don't make
yeah,
you. How do you sleep at night?
yeah.
Knowing.
These some type of modern day women. That's what they do. They be finessing like that. They get dudes to buy them clothes. They be paying they rent and all kind of stuff. It's a different game. It's a different generation, a different
Mhm.
game out there.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff on social media, but only and I've seen some what they call them entanglements now. Like I got a cousin, he was messing with some married lady, and he been in his feelings ever since she died, and her husband wouldn't let him come to the funeral. And honestly, it's the
Wow.
most funniest shit in the world because you're openly grieving about somebody else's wife. That it's not funny that he's grieving. I'm not laughing at that. It's funny to me that in today's world he can openly grieve about somebody else's wife, okay, and receive you know some type of something behind this relationship that you weren't supposed to be in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like this that when the situation was going on, I thought it was dangerous. I was like, oh shit, somebody gonna get hurt. And thank God it wasn't him or the other guy, and nothing happened to her. But yeah, I be seeing some shit, and I just be like, huh? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm telling you, it's a different game out there. But that's why I dedicated my platform to talking about these type of issues, so y'all could be aware of what's going on and hold each other accountable for it, and hopefully we could get some changes and solution about it. Because if not, then I don't want my children to be growing up and they become adult men and women. They end up meeting these type of people with this crazy behavior. So
Mhm. Yeah, I'm definitely against men and women using each other for anything. I don't like for men to use women for sex. I think that is the worst type of way to use a person.
hmm
Just for only, sexual gratification, and then you throw them to the wayside. I feel like that's damn near evil. Because with my own experiences, you get close with somebody and you invest time in them, and you got all the googly eyes to only realize you're just an object. I've never treated a man like that, and I haven't had that experience of a man treat me like that either.
hmm
But I mean, mostly because I'm guarded. I've always been guarded. Like I said, I only dated men that I liked and they liked me. So, I didn't do the whole. Well, I don't know. No, that's not true. I did have like questions on how much they liked me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we weren't talking about love, it was just more so like, you know, is he investing in me? Am I investing in? And am I doing too much and he don't like me like that? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, hmm
But never been used, and abused. That's something that's a lot. Well,
yeah,
I don't know. I probably ain't gonna say I'm lying. Maybe I'm not telling all my business, but yeah, I can say a man has, you know, we've been involved together,
Uh,
and then it wasn't what I thought it was, but it wasn't so bad that I was just devastated. You know what I mean? I
yeah, yeah,
didn't
yeah.
get
You
all.
you you gotta tell y'all your business because you know how YouTube is.
Yeah, yeah,
You
but
can
yeah,
keep it
I wasn't.
generalized.
I wasn't just devastated to where I became angry and bitter and wanted to do other men the same way. No, because I feel like that a lot of that goes around too. I see that a lot. We should start doing these niggas how they do us, and I'd be like, no, 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 because like you said, it just creates a cycle of trauma and a bunch of bullshit.
Absolutely,
So
hurt people hurt people. I agree.
yeah, I ain't
Yep.
with all that. But that's all I wanted, Mr. Lounge. I'm glad you let me up on the panel.
Oh yeah,
um,
I appreciate you so much for pulling up today and sharing your perspective about the topic. Believe me, it is value, and I know that the viewers got a lot out of this too, especially coming from a woman's perspective too.
yeah, yeah. Anytime, I'm gonna drop down and I'm gonna go back to the chat and listen.
Okay,
But you
well,
have a
well,
nice night.
oh,
Y'all
you do
have a
the
nice
same.
night.
Yeah, you do the
All
same.
right.
I'm just getting ready to end the show because I'm supposed to be DJing at 10 o'clock.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, let me go. Bye.
yeah, so come and pull back up on when I DJ. I'm going to start up another live probably in the next 15, 20 minutes and DJ.
Okay. All right. All right.
I appreciate it. Good conversation, y'all. That was a really, really good conversation. Shout out to Vance for pulling up on the panel and giving her perspective on it for real though. Like I say, there was value a lot, especially her in the form of woman too. So but other than that, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning into this podcast today. Hope, like I always, I was giving y'all a different perspective about the one situation. Um, Make sure that y'all tune in. Uh, Probably give me about 15 minutes because I need to prep real quick. So give me about 15 minutes, and I'm gonna start up another live, and we're gonna do our ladies' night, R&B night for y'all. Okay. So once again, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I'll see y'all again in 15 minutes, and I'll see y'all again on the next episode. All right. Peace out.